Good afternoon, guys. Still little more Josh. Huh? One more time. Good afternoon, guys. So last week, what were we doing? We were doing all that cash book, subsidiary books, and everything. We were done with that. Today, we are supposed to start a new topic, okay, which will be trial balance. So that will start. Before that, online people also. So, how was your weekend? What did you do? Games, huh? Games, huh? Did someone say game? Did someone say game? Louder. Game, huh? Then others? ಯಾರು ನಾಟಕ ಗಿಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ? No one. What guys? Then what did you do in home? Did you read? ಅದು ಇಲ್ವಾ? K-drama. Hey, what's wrong with that, man? That is also a format. So at least you read. I hope that you have revised. How many of you have revised in this weekend? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. Guys, again, like all the classes, I'll repeat. What? Revision is very important. If you don't revise, you'll not be able to enjoy the subject. If you're not able to enjoy the subject, you'll feel like sleeping. Then you don't feel like reading. When you understand, it is interesting. You can read. You can get good marks in the subject. But if you're not enjoying it, then it will not be good. Correct? No. So if you want to enjoy it, what you have to do? You have to revise every day. Correct? So that goes without saying every time. Those who are not revising, gone only. I'm telling now only. Okay, you have to revise because you have selected that course, which requires you working hard every day. Okay, if you're not working hard, then don't expect the result later. Simple, correct? No. So with that said, let us start with the new topic that was trial balance. Correct? Now, what was trial balance? You remember we had one process, one flow. What was that flow? First, we had journal. A transaction happens, which is recorded in the journal. I mean, it is recorded in the voucher. Then, first it is recorded in journal. Then ledger. Then it will go to trial balance. Then it goes to trial balance. From there, it will go to P&L and we are trading P&L and balance sheet. Correct? This was your cycle process. Now, if you learn this, you have learned accounts. So here in this flow, we have learned journal entry. We have learned ledger. Now we are entering into trial balance. Now, first of all, we are following with which kind of accounting? Double entry system of accounting. Correct? No. Now in journal, what did we ensure? For every debit, whatever transactions happened, for every debit there was a credit. Correct? There was a corresponding credit. Now in trial balance is not a part of financial statement. It is not a part of your account. It is just a paper. You'll take one paper. Okay. You'll take all the ledger balances. Aita. Your trial balance will be in the format, serial number, date will not be there. Serial number, particulars, debit, credit. In the format. What? Particulars, debit, and credit. Okay, like this it will be. Now from the ledger, you remember all the asset and liability ledger accounts. What did we do? We carried forward the balances to the next year. Correct? Now all the debit balances will put in the debit side, and all the credit balances will put in the credit side. Only asset liabilities account will come. Both your nominal accounts will also come. Now income has which balance? Which balance? Now asset has debit balance, liability has credit balance, capital has credit balance, your income has credit. Why? How are we telling it? Because as per our rules, American rules of accounting, income increasing means credit. I told no. So therefore income has credit balance, expenses Correct. Now all the debit balances will come in the debit side. All the credit balance will come in the credit side. Ultimately, when you post all the ledger accounts in the trail balance, your debit and credit should. Why? Because for every debit there was a credit. Now if for every debit there was a credit means ultimately debit and credit should match, no? So that is what we are testing. If debit and credit is matching, that means we have done our accounts correctly. For every debit, we have put the credit. Correct? To check that, we are drafting a trial balance. Now, once if both are matching, then what will we do? It will go to P&L and financial statements. Understood the flow? Clear? Now tell me one more small question. Now trial balance understood. All the debit and credit balances from the ledger, we are taking it to trial balance. Correct? Now, if trial balance is ultimately matching now, I took all the debit credit balances. Now your trial balance is matching. Now, does that mean my accounting is 100% correct? And I have not made any error at all. What do you think? No? What do you think? Match agudre pakka asal done. Ashte ನೀವು ಯಾವುದು ತಪ್ಪೆ. What do you think? Guys, wrong. Okay. Just because trial balance is matching, that doesn't mean you have done 100% pakka account. Why? Now say suppose there was one purchase transaction. You have forgotten to enter that only. Now in this case, debit also will not be there, credit also will not be there. So therefore, your trial balance will be matching. But you have still made the error. Yes. So one thing what you have to understand, we'll understand different types of errors also. We have a new chapter only regarding that called as rectification of errors. There we'll understand what are the different kinds of errors, which will be revealed in trial balance, which will not be revealed in trial balance. All that we'll discuss. But one thing, as of now, you have to understand what? Just because trial balance is matching doesn't mean you're 100% correct. Doesn't mean you have not made errors at all. Now, say suppose you have purchased furniture. Now, purchase of furniture is what? Capital expenditure, no? So, what will be the journal entry? Furniture account debit to cash account. But you have done purchases account debit to cash account. Now, will your trial balance agree? I mean, will it match? Debit is equal to credit, correct? Because instead of debiting furniture, you have debited what? Purchases. So ultimately, your debit is equal to credit. That means your trial balance will be matching. But does that mean you have not made any error? No. So one thing, what you have to understand is just because trial balance is matching, that doesn't mean you have not made any error. There are still chances that you have made some errors. Understood? Clear? All of you? Done. So that is about your trial balance. Just taking the balances and putting it in your trial balance. We'll see an example. Okay. Come to your textbook. Tell me the page number in which trial balance is there. 37 means in mine it will be. No. See here. For preparing trial balance, there are two methods. One is balance method and one more is total method. Now, balance method is the method which we discussed right now. What did we do here? We are going to the ledger, we are taking the balance, putting that balance in the trial balance. That was balance method. Total method means what? You are not taking the balance. You are going to the ledger. Say suppose in our example you are going to machinery account. Say suppose you are going to the machinery account. Now in machinery account there will be some debits and there will be some credits. Correct? You'll take all the debits in machinery account, put it there in the debit column. You'll take all the credits from the machinery account, put it there in the credit column. That's all. You're not balancing. It's understood? We'll take an example. Everything if I tell in mouth only, then Papa, they have given me one iPad and all. We have to use that now. Now, say suppose, guys, we'll do one thing. Okay? We'll see the flow, Andre, from journal entry till preparation of financial statements, how it happens. We'll take one example, we'll do it. We'll do balance sheet also. So that you'll understand how is the flow going. It further helps you to understand the subject better. We'll take only few transactions, okay? Now, some small four transactions will take. Guys, all of you, I want you to listen this very carefully because this will be the base discussion. Okay, this I will refer even in the last class. Aita. Now, please focus on this flow. Now, first transaction. Proprietor introduced rupees 1 lakh capital. Aita. Okay. Then what? Uh, Cash purchases. Hey, what we have to take loan and all now for that. We have only 1 lakh rupees. Therefore, we'll take only 20,000 because I want to keep it simple. So that I want you to understand the process better. So I'll keep the transaction simple. Next, what will we do? Some cash sales will do. How much? Okay, 30. Aita. Next. Papa, for business, we have to purchase furniture also. No? Some furniture will purchase. Furniture purchased. How much? Say, ಎಷ್ಟು 5,000 10,000. So what other transaction do we want? Say suppose we have closing stock of guys. This one thing I have to tell about closing stock. I'll tell you later. Say closing stock we have of around 20,000 we have purchased. Therefore, some 5,000 closing stock we have. Aita, done. I think enough. We don't want more transaction. Done. Now, from the start we'll do everything from journal entry till the balance sheet. Now, tell me for the four transactions, what are the journal entries? First, he has introduced a capital of 1 lakh. Cash to capital. How much it was? 1 lakh. 1 lakh. So we've introduced capital. Second transaction, we made some purchases. So purchases to cash. How much? 30,000. 20,000. Next. Next, what did we do? We did sales. So therefore, cash to sales. 30,000. 30,000. Then what did we do? We purchased furniture. So furniture to cash. So how much? 10,000. Now done. We recorded everything in journal entry. Once we record in journal entry, we'll do what? Ledger. So for ledger account, all the accounts have to open. So shall we open? Fast. First, let's open cash account. I'll do it very roughly, okay? Because this is for your understanding. That's all. So cash account. Next, capital account. Guys, understanding ledger, no? What will we do in ledger? For whatever accounts I've used in journal, I will open one account for each and every account used in journal. Now, what is the other accounts used? Sales account I've used. I've used purchase. Then I've used furniture also. Correct? Now, let's start posting. First entry, cash is debited. Therefore, which side will it come? Debit side to 1 lakh. Then one more account, where will I write it? Huh? Hey, wait, in this journal entry we have two accounts, no? So both the accounts I should post first. So in cash account it comes in the debit side, and in capital account this entry should be completely posted. Two accounts are used. Therefore, in capital it will come in the credit side. Buy cash. How much? 1 lakh. Correct. Now next entry, purchases to cash. Where will it come? Cash account credit side. Buy. How much? 20,000. Again, which account? In purchase account. In purchase account, which side? Debit side. To cash. So do you observe? In one journal entry, whichever accounts we have, in all the accounts will enter. So third transaction, cash to sales. So first cash account, which side? So to sales. How much? Again, the other account? Sales. So buy By cash. How much? Then this also we posted. Fourth one, furniture to cash. So in cash account, it is reducing because I'm purchasing furniture. Therefore, my cash is reducing. So credit side buy furniture 10,000. One more in furniture account too. Did we do the ledger posting also? Yes. Now after ledger posting, what will we do? Hey, wait up. First, we have to balance the accounts. All the asset and liabilities account should be balanced. All the your income and expense nominal account should be transferred to P and L. So let's do that. Now cash is what? Asset. Therefore, it should be balanced. So let's balance it off. Which side more? Debit side more. Credit side less. Therefore, by balance carry down. How much? 1,30,000 minus 30. So 1 lakh is the balance. In capital is what? Balance sheet item only, no? Therefore, we have to balance it. So 2 balance carry down 1 lakh. This also closed. Next, sales. Sales is what? Income. So income will go to done. Purchase P and profit and loss because it's an expense. So buy P and L account. Then furniture. It's an asset, so therefore it should be balanced. So buy balance carried down. So did we balance it off? Otherwise, guys, understanding the flow till here, how we are recording each and every transaction. From here, we'll go where? To trial balance. Now, in trial balance, what will we do? Trial balance is not a part of our accounts. We are just seeing it. We're just seeing whether debit is getting equal to credit. Now, particulars, debit, credit. Simple. Now, which were the accounts we used? Cash account first. Cash account has debit or credit balance? Debit balance. Therefore, cash account. How much debit balance we had? 1 lakh. Then we had capital account. Capital account has credit balance of how much? Capital has balance of 1 lakh. So, credit or debit or credit balance. Then which account we have? Purchase. How much balance it had? It has 20. It has 20,000. Which side? Debit side or credit side? Debit side because it has debit balance. Sales. It had. It is an income, therefore it have credit balance. How much? 30,000. Now one more account. Furniture. Furniture is an asset. So asset will have debit. How much? So did we post everything? We had 5 accounts. We posted all the 5 accounts. Now, what you have to do? No. Before calculating, first you have to pray to God. God, let it match. Like very, very important. Without praying to God and all, not possible. So you have to pray to God first, then you have to total it. If it is matching, then we are mostly correct. Not completely correct, mostly correct. Come on. 1,30,000. Why? Magic. It is magic, No, guys. That is double entry system of accounting. Ella kade debit credit ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Total debit credit match ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That's all. Correct. Now trial balance is done. From here, what will we do? It will go to P and L. Now, in P and L only income and expense will go, and in balance sheet, asset and liability will go. So let's first do P and L account, and the trading P and L, whatever. Now, first we had what? Capital. Will that come in the P and L? No. Cash? No. Purchases? So two. How much? Similarly, we had sales. Will it come here? Credit side because it's an income. So buy. How much? Then opening stock illa because we started this year only. Do we have closing stock? Yeah, we have closing stock. How much? 5,000 we have. Guys, about closing stock, I have to tell you one thing. Now, whenever we are doing accounts, no, closing stock is not calculated by accounts. What we'll do is we'll first do accounts like this. However, I'm doing it. We'll do it like this. Then for closing stock, I'll not come to question. Here I'll come to question because I've written it in question. In reality, what happens? I'll go down. In reality, this is what happens. I'll go down. In go down, I'll count. I'll count, and I'll see how much closing stock I have. That number I'll take. I'll ask our go down keeper. Hey, go down keeper. I'm the go down and next up closing stock. I'll ask. It says, sir, 5,000 worth stock is there. Oh, 5,000 worth is there. Then I'll directly post it here. By closing stock. The closing stock is not figured out by accounts. It is figured out by counting, physical counting. How much? 5,000. Done na? So we have posted everything in trading P&L. So what is our profit? So the profit is, here it is 35. 35. Done. This profit will later go where? In balance sheet where? To capital. This thing we know, no? The profit earned here will ultimately go to capital account. Correct? Now finally, let's come to our balance sheet. With the liability, with asset. What all assets we have? We had cash. Cash did not go to P&L. So that will come where? So here, cash. How much we had? 1 lakh. 1 lakh we have. See, you can see trial balance only. No need to go to ledger. Now, whenever you are preparing financial statements, that is P&L and balance sheet, you can directly see the balance from trial balance. No need to go to ledger. Now, is trial balance helping you to prepare financial statements? Yes, because directly you can see cash account. We have 1 lakh balance directly. So write down here. Cash 1 lakh. Then which asset we have? Furniture. Furniture, how much balance we have? Come here. Furniture has 10,000. Understood? Then what assets do we have? That's all. We have capital. Capital was what? Liability. Therefore, capital. We had 1 lakh. And also, we got one profit from P&L that I have to add. How much? Any other liability that I have? I thought. Then what other assets do I have? One more asset we have. Stock. We have closing stock, no? Stock is what? Asset only. Therefore, we have stock of. So all the assets came, all the liabilities came. Now what will you do? You have to again pray to God. God, please. Again it should tally and once you pray, now add it. 1 lakh. 15,000 here also. Balance sheet tally. This is your accounts. Understood? All of you, how your accounts is happening. Clear? Now you have a flow clearly. Now you know what exactly you are learning. Guys, all of you understood not this flow. Did you feel I went a little fast? Because since this was something I just wanted to tell you because I wanted you to have an understanding. Okay. Now I hope this helps you. Now finally we balanced it. Only this is all his accounts. Trust me. Later whatever we'll learn now is all simple adjustments. That's all. Accounts done. When you tally this balance sheet, your accounts is done. Now right now we are at this stage. Which stage? Trial balance. In trial balance we are putting all the debit balances, all the credit balances. That is called what? Balances method. We have one more method called as total method. In total method, what we are doing is instead of taking the balances like this, we'll go to ledger. Say suppose cash ledger. So what will I do? Here I'm taking the balances. No. There what will I do is I'll take the debit total. How much is the debit total? 1 lakh. How much is the credit total? A. That is 1 lakh 30 because you have balanced it. Leave this entry. How much? 30,000. So what will you do? You'll go to trial balance. What you'll do is in debit you'll put 1 lakh 30. In credit you'll put 30. Understood what we are doing here? There we are directly taking the net balance. Here we are in total method we are taking debit side total of the ledger, credit side total of the ledger. Debit side total is 1 lakh 30. Credit side total is 30. Similarly, tell me for capital, what will we do? In capital, credit side will take 1 lakh. Debit side will you take anything? No, balance you should not take. Balance we did for the purpose of balance method and transferring it to balance sheet. Don't take balance. Other than that, you have to take everything. Now in capital, your credit total is 1 lakh. So you will take only 1 lakh. Similarly, in sales, what will you do? 30,000 directly. Here we have only one transaction, so both numbers are same. Best example is cash. In cash, total debits are 1 lakh 30. Total credits are 30,000. So directly in the debit side, 1 lakh 30 will come, and the credit side 30 will come. This is your which method? Total method. In balance method, what will we do? Take the balance. Now, guys, ultimately both are same. Here, what is happening? 1 lakh 30 minus 30 is net debit of how much? 1 lakh. So in balance method, how much we are taking? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. But mostly for an examination and in real life, we'll be using what? Balance method only. Total method, I've never seen it people using anywhere, even in real life. They'll use balance method. All of you understood? Clear? Done? First. So tell me, in this example of machinery account, as per balance method, I'll take how much? 60,000. As per total method, in debit side, I'll take 1 lakh, and in credit side, I'll take 40,000. That is total method. Guys, other than balance, you have to take everything. In machinery, what are the total debits? In machinery account, what are the total debits? 1 lakh. That I will put it in debit side. What are the total credits in machinery account? 40,000. That 40 I will put it in credit side of the same account. This is called total method. Similarly, in supplier account, as per balance method, what will I take? 63,000 credit side I will take as per balance method. As per total method, 35,000 I take in the debit side and 98,000 I take in the credit side. Simple? Simple or difficult? Simple only. Very simple. Because we have challenging stuff later. Now this only if you think it is difficult. No. Pop of Bollywood and all will come next. All this is done. Okay. Next we have rectification. That will come later. Now this is about trial balance. With that said, let's solve some questions about trial balance and then enter the rectification of error part. Okay. If I tell both now only, you'll attain the stage of nirvana. You'll be like, why did I take this course? What is happening? What is I'm a very small creature in the front of this world. All that thoughts will come to you. So what will we do? We'll just first solve questions on trial balance. Page number ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ವಾ? It should be around 169. So please come to page number 169. We have our famous trial balance. Correct? All of you open your notebooks. Let's start solving. Guys, all of you did the homework. I had given an homework, no? Did I? If you are not done, gone. Don't ask me later. In the first class only I've told. 50%. 50%. Correct? No. Please do the homework. If you have any doubts, you should ask. See, the fact that when you're not asking doubts, I'll understand. You ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Because whenever you're learning something new, alwa, you'll get doubts. You should get doubts. If you're not getting doubts, something is wrong. Because no way you'll understand all this in one day. Because I only did not understand all this in one day. I'm understanding still. Still, I'm understanding many things now. So, if you're not getting doubts now, that means something wrong. Defective piece. That means you're not revising. So, you should ask many doubts, guys. You should. Andre, 30 minutes of class, 30 minutes of our class should go for doubts only. Then, we are having a discussion. Correct? No? So, please read. When you start reading, when you start solving, you'll get questions. No matter how silly the doubts are, please ask. Shall we start? Now, from now on, okay, for true and false, we'll be writing down the reasons also. Like that. Till now, it was pretty simple, whatever we read. So, therefore, I've not made you write reasons and all because it was simple. So, from now on, for all the chapters, we'll also write the reasons. Okay. Now, write down. I'll dictate it. Now, first, but you should tell true or false first. Not till answer also. Preparing. Ready? Start. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜೋಶ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ಹೂ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಜೋಶ ಹೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಜೋಶ ಹೋ I know I think you guys are doing it simply, I mean wantedly you're doing cheating. Preparing trial balance is the third phase of accounting process. True, absolutely true. Why? Which is first one? Here you have to write. First one is that two. Second one is this one. Third one is this one. Then that is the reason. Like that, if you write gone only, that to this antana parangila. You have to use the actual terms. So this is true. What will you write? True, because the first phase is journal entry, and the second phase is ledger, and the third phase is trial balance as per the accounting process cycle. Therefore, trial balance is the third phase of accounting. Wrote down, guys, I'm very bad at dictating. You should tell me. ತುಂಬ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಈಗ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. True, because first phase of accounting process is journal, second phase is ledger, and third phase is trial balance. Therefore, trial balance is the third phase of accounting process. It is true. The answer actually given by your institute is much more worse. That's why I gave my own. You know what answer they have given in your institute for this? True. Preparing trial balance is the third phase of accounting process, which forms the base for the preparation of the financial final accounts. You know, that is the next question only. See, that only they have given as reason. Preparing trial balance is the third phase of accounting process, which forms the base for preparation of final accounts. That is the reason given by your institute. So that's why I changed it. So write it in that way. Second one, trial balance forms a base for the preparation of financial statement. How it forms as a base? Just now when we were doing in that mock preparation of financial statements, what did we do? Whenever we were entering into balance sheet and P&L, we referred which? We referred trial balance. Therefore, it helps us in preparation of financial statements. So it is true. Now, reason? Based on trial balance only, comma, we can prepare financial statements, that is balance sheet and profit and loss account. Based on trial balance only, comma, we can prepare financial statements, that is balance sheet and profit and loss account. Clear? Third one, agreement of trial balance. Andre, there is one trial balance. Then we have we would have entered in one agreement. Aita, they're talking about that agreement. Hey, no. Agreement of trial balance means that debit equal to credit is there, no? Guys, in trial balance, that debit equal to credit will do, no? That is called what? Agreement. It's not like we have entered into an oral agreement. So, agreement of trial balance is a conclusive proof of accuracy. What do you think? False, of course. Why? Why, madam? I've told it so correctly. I was shocked. Arre, why are they telling like this? I clearly told that point. No? Just because your trial balance is matching, does that mean we are completely correct? So therefore, it is false. Reason? Agreement of trial balance gives only arithmetical accuracy. Accuracy. Agreement of trial balance gives only arithmetical accuracy. There can still be error in preparing the trial balance. Correct? Okay, whenever you do debit equal to credit, only addition is correct. That is arithmetical accuracy. That doesn't mean we have done the accounts properly. Correct? So it shows only arithmetical accuracy. There can still be errors in preparing the trial balance. Done? Can we go to the next question? A trial balance will tally. Okay, this thing we'll do it later when we learn different kinds of errors. Later. A trial balance can find the missing entry from the journal. 100% it is false. Andre, did you understand what I told? First, we'll record it in journal, then ledger, then we'll come to. Iga, there is one transaction. You have purchased some furniture. You have forgotten to record the transaction only. Miss Mabudidira, Martogidira. Will that error be revealed in trial balance? Why? Why not? Because guys, ultimately in trial balance, if debit is equal to credit, that's all. It will balance. Whenever you are not recording one transaction, you have not debited also, you have not credited also. Therefore, will the trial balance still tally? Yes. Therefore, trial balance will not reveal if you have missed the transaction. Correct? Therefore, it is false. You cannot find. Understood all of you? Why it cannot find? Very clear? Master, let's write down the reason. A trial balance, the reason is a trial balance cannot find a missing entry from the journal. Write down, I'll give the reason. A trial balance cannot find the missing entry. A trial balance cannot find the missing entry from the journal because then no, because when when we omit omit to record a transaction, we will neither debit nor credit any amount. We will neither debit nor credit any amount. Therefore, trial balance will still agree. will not reveal the missing entry. Correct? And will not reveal the missing entry. All of you done? Next. Suspense account. This also you'll read it in your rectification, but I would also like to tell you now. Little bit, it's better if I tell now. Now trial balance. Okay. You have done all the arithmetical part of the accounts correctly. Therefore, your debit is equal to your credit. Done. Now say suppose there is some error. Now your debit is not equal to credit because you have done some error. What error will think about it later. But for now you understand you have done some error because of which your debit is not equal to credit. Now say suppose your debit is 10,000 and your credit is 8,000. Now there is 2,000 balance. What to do? This 2,000 balance will be transferred to suspense account. Whenever it is not matching, the balance will be transferred to suspense account because we are unable to find out the error. If you had found out the error, you would have corrected it, but we are not able to find it. So what we'll do? We'll transfer it to suspense account. We'll learn more about it in rectification. For now, you understand the balance will go to suspense. Now, after that, after creating suspense account, what will we do? Then later, if we find out the error, we'll correct the error by using suspense account only. What will we do? Then I'll understand. I had to credit 200 rupees. I've not credited. I'll understand later. Then what will I do? I'll clear the suspense account and credit the actual amount. We learn detailedly about this, guys. Okay. This is a question which pertains to ROE. We'll do it later only. We'll do it ROE later. Next. You leave it. It's better if you do it later on because I'll give complete information about it. The balance of purchase returns account has a credit balance. True or false? Guys, all of you, only one is answering. It is true. Why? Because purchases has debit balance. Now purchase returns is credit. Ulta of purchase. Therefore, it will have ulta balance, which is credit. Therefore, it is. Reason? As purchases is debited, comma, any returns shall be credited. As purchases is debited, comma, any returns is credited. Any returns shall be credited. In bracket ulta, you can write that is treated in opposite way. For your reference, comma, treated. I mean in brackets, treated in opposite way, ulta. Since purchases is debited, any returns shall be credited. Clear? So that is about your true and false. Ah. Now shall we prepare trial balance? Done. Let's come to first question. First question. From the following ledger balances, prepare a trial balance of Anuradha Traders as on 31st March 2016. They've asked us to prepare a trial balance. They have only given ledger balances also. Okay, we have to just put it in debit and credit, that's all. Nothing else to do. Clear? Shall we start doing? So come on guys, start solving with me. Write it down along with me. So trial balance of Anuradha Traders as on 31st March 2016. Particulars LF debit. So this is your format. One by one. So we start. Capital 1 lakh has which balance? So it has a credit balance. Therefore, capital capital has credit balance. Therefore, it comes in the credit side. 1 lakh. Next, sales. Sales has a credit, so it comes in the credit side. So sales account, how much? 1 lakh 66,000. Next, purchases, debit balance. Why expenses? Expenses increasing debit. Therefore, debit balance. Purchases account, how much? 1 lakh 50. Next, sales return. Sales return has debit balance. So sales return, 1,000. Next, discount allowed, debit balance. So we'll first discuss debit and credit, then we'll post it. Okay. Discount allowed, debit balance. Expenses, debit balance. Trade receivables, credit. Debit because receivables is what? Asset. Asset will have debit balance. Next, trade payables, credit balance. Investments, debit balance. Because investment is what? Assets. Cash at bank and in hand, debit balance. Interest received on investments, it will have credit balance. Why? Because it's an income. Income has credit balance. That's it. Insurance paid, it's a debit balance because it is expense. Now we have done all the debit credit. What will you do? All the debits you post in the debit side, all the credits you post in the credit side. Sales return, debit, then discount allowed. How much is discount allowed? 2,000. Then next, expenses. How much? 10,000. Then trade receivables. How much? Then trade payables. Trade payables has credit balance. How much? 25,000. Hey, what about others, da? Only she is telling that. Huh? We already did know. We already solved it. I told no debit credit. Next, investments. Investments has 15,000 debit balance. Next, cash at bank and in hand. It will have debit balance. How much? 27,000. 37,000. Next, interest received. It is an income, therefore credit balance. How much? Then insurance. Hey, last entry ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. Insurance paid is an expense, therefore debit balance. How much? So did we put all the entries? Yes. Now what will you do? Now you have to pray to God. Once you pray to God, then you have to total it. Debit to credit. Just total it matching, 2 lakh 92, fine. Credit also. Hey, you have to add both Just add debit hangiro equal iruttalla ikkade hangalla. You have to add both. Correct, no? 2,92,500, 2,92,500. All of you done? Shall I go to the next question? Huh? One of your clients, one of your clients, and I'm reading question. Everyone are watching shockingly. I'm reading the question. One of your clients, Mr. Singhania, full feels you. You're all professionals. It is so nice when questions treat you like a professional. In the last line, they'll tell, assume yourself to be an accountant and try to solve this question. These kinds of questions will increase when you go to final level. All are like this only. They want to test your application of the knowledge that you have learned. One of your clients, Mr. Singhania, has asked you to finalize his accounts. Finalize under preparation of financial statements under P&L balance sheet. Till date, he himself has recorded the transactions in the books of accounts. Who has recorded the transactions? Singhania. Now, Mr. Singhania is an accountant. No. But he has recorded the transaction. That means what? Anna Pakka, yellow aggressive. Correct? Some mistakes you would have done. As a basis of audit, Mr. Singhania furnished you with the following statement. Aita. Therefore, we have to see this trial balance. Before preparing financial statements, first we have to see whether he has any mistake or something. We have to correct the trial balance, then proceed with preparation of financials. But in this part, we'll not be doing preparation. We'll only correct the trial balance. Aita. What is the question? The closing inventory as on 31st March. So Mr. Singhania claims that he has recorded every transactions correctly as the trial balance is tallied. See here. Trial balance is tallying. So he's telling, sir, I've done everything correctly. You can proceed with the accounts. But I cannot believe Mr. Singhania. We have to check. Okay, just because trial balance is tallying, that doesn't mean the accounts is correct. So what we have to do, we have to see it once. Check the accuracy. See, even question is telling. First, check the accuracy of the trial balance. Okay. And correct the trial balance. We'll correct it. Done. One more thing I have to tell you. Guys, whenever we are preparing trial balance, no. The question is, will closing stock come to the trial balance? Is the question. I thought. Guys, one thing you have to understand, closing stock, it directly comes to trading. No. Did I put any journal entry? We'll go down, we'll count it, and it will resultantly come to closing stock. So we're not passing any entry. Therefore, closing stock will not come to trial balance because it does not have a double entry effect. Journal entry double entry effect ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನೇ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು. ನಾವು ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ನಾನು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. What did I do? I went to go down, I counted, I directly put it in the P&L. So no entry. Therefore, closing stock will not come to trial balance. Note down this point somewhere. Generally, as a note you note it down. Generally, closing stock will not come to trial balance. Generally, closing stock will not come to trial balance. In one exceptional case, it will come, which is now see. Say suppose we have a trial balance. Aita. Here guys, now here it. In one exceptional case it will come. Before making you write it, I'll tell you one thing. Now, in a trial balance, if you have observed, opening stock will be there. Aita. In your trial balance, purchases also will be there. Correct. Closing stock will not be there. Now tell me one thing. Say suppose in this year, you have made some sales. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕಲ್ಲಿ 1 lakh ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 lakh ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Now whatever sales you would have made, you would have made those sales from whatever item is there here, no? Either it should be there in your opening stock or you should have purchased it in current year. That goods only you can sell. Goods will not come from the air and you'll sell it. Clear or not clear? Aita. So what they are telling is, if at all in trial balances, if you have adjusted purchases, then closing stock can come. They are telling. Sir, what is adjusted purchases? Adjusted purchases is purchases minus closing stock. Okay. Purchases minus closing stock is adjusted purchases. If you are putting adjusted purchases in the trial balance, then put closing stock, because in purchases you have subtracted it. If you have not putting adjusted purchases in the trial balance, then closing stock will not come. Why? Because such closing stock is already there in opening plus purchases. See, in opening plus purchases, say suppose, simple thing. In opening we have 1 lakh. Aita. In purchases you have 1 lakh. 50,000 worth goods have sold. So how much will be in closing stock? How much? Correct that. Correct. So 1,50,000 worth goods will be in. Now don't you think that closing stock is already there in opening plus purchases? Ultimately it is there in opening plus purchases. So no need to put closing stock again. We are putting closing stock in P and all because of matching concept. Remember that mobile phone example. Likit's mobile phone example. Why did we put closing stock there? For matching concept. Aita. If at all I'm putting sales of 5 mobile phones, purchase also should be for 5 mobile phones. It cannot be for 10. Remember that example. That's why we'll put what? Closing stock in trading account, so that it is matched. That is why we put closing stock. So in trial balance, what we should do? If purchases is given, don't put closing stock. If adjusted purchases is given, put closing stock, because in adjusted purchases what has happened? They have, from the purchases they have subtracted closing stock. Understood? All of you? All of you? So basic one rule, if you have to remember it as a rule: if purchases is given, don't put closing stock. If adjusted purchases is given, include closing stock in the trial balance, because it is subtracted from purchases. That's why. If it is subtracted, include it. If it is not subtracted, leave it. Don't put closing stock again, because in opening plus purchases only you have closing stock also. Correct? All of you done? So now we were writing down the note. Generally, closing stock will not come to trial balance. One exception is if in the trial balance, if they have given adjusted purchases. If in the trial balance they have given adjusted purchases, then include closing stock in the trial balance. Then include closing stock in the trial balance. Now what is adjusted purchases? Correct. Therefore, adjusted purchases is equal to total purchases minus closing stock. All of you understood? So now let's start to solve the question. What was the question? Mr. Singhania is a non-accountant. Correct? That guy doesn't know accounts. He would have done wrong trial balance only. So we have to prepare a corrected trial balance. Correct? Now first, Singhania's capital account has come in the credit side. Is it correct? Correct. Singhania's drawings has come in the debit side. Correct or wrong? Correct only. Drawings is ulta of capital. Leasehold premises. The leasehold premises is what? It's an asset, technically. So leasehold premises, you can consider it as an asset. So it has come in the debit side, therefore it is correct. Sales. Sales has credit balance, therefore it is due from customers. That means customers is supposed to give me money. That is what? Asset. It should have come in debit side, but it is in credit side, therefore this is wrong. Purchases. Debit side, correct. Purchase return. It should come in the credit side, therefore it is wrong. Because purchase return ulta. If purchase is debit, purchase return is credit. Loan from bank, credit, correct, liability. Trade payables, wrong. Trade payables should have credit balance, therefore wrong. Trade expenses, correct, because expense should have debit balance. Cash at bank, correct, asset. Bills payable, it's a liability, therefore it should come in the credit side, wrong. Salaries and wages, expense, correct. Inventories, guys, it is inventory. They have given 1/4/2015. That means opening. So opening stock can come. Closing stock cannot come. So opening stock is what? It's an asset. So asset can come, should come in debit or credit side. But here they have put it in. Therefore wrong. Rent and rates. It's an expense. Therefore debit side correct. Sales return. Sales return should have a debit balance. Therefore it is wrong. See, Mr. Singhania has done some wrong errors also. So now what you have to do? Prepare a corrected trial balance. And the debit ga ki, credit na credit ga ki. Now who will do that? You guys will do that. You guys will do that and let me know the total. You have exactly 2 minutes to do all this. I thought okay, 3 minutes. See, that's why I asked you to write because of this problem. Done now. Pass. Guys, in question they have also given closing balance. I mean closing inventory 574. Will you include it in the trial balance? Because they have not told anything about adjusted purchases. That means it is full purchases. So closing stock will not come to trial balance. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತನ. Correct. But see, it is very important to understand the basic. See, that's when you'll be able to think when something new comes. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇದ್ರೆ when something new comes you can do something in the exam. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ suddenly something will come and you'll be like, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. So basics is very important. That's why I emphasize a lot on basics. That's what gives you the power to think. You have something to think when you know properly. Most of the students lack that. They focus on problems simply, and then mechanically they focus on problems. And when something new comes in the exam or in life, they'll not be able to do it. But I think trial balance questions will come, but very rarely. But I have seen a question coming. True or false? Also? So you wrote in that attempt, June 2024. So back then also you were student of success. Now also you took it again. And then how? Like you again paid the fee. Done? Enough total? Debit total? Credit total? Oh, same thing. ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರ? You have added it, no? So if all of you are done, then please give me a cheer so that I can go to the next question. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅರ್ಧ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ one cheer you are not able to give. Ade on weekend if you go to some places, there you will be cheering. Different places means what? Cricket stadium, theater, like that. Allah. I did not mean other things. She said, Shantampa. So let's go to the next question, people. An inexperienced bookkeeper. By that one line only we know the trial balance is not correct. Correct? An inexperienced bookkeeper has drawn up a trial balance for the year ended 30th June 2017. Okay. What we should do? Draw up a correct trial balance by debiting or crediting any residual errors to suspense account. Really one more thing. First, you correct the trial balance. Even after correcting the trial balance, if you have any errors, and still if debit is not equal to credit, that means put that balance to suspense account. Correct? Simple, no? So, let's see whether debit and credit is correct. Provision for doubtful debt. What balance? Hey, expense. It is not an expense. Adanthara liability nalla, guys. As I already told you, it is an adjustment to asset. Ashte. How will you show provision for doubtful debt on the balance sheet? We will. We'll take the debtors total. From debtors total, we'll subtract provision for doubtful debt. Correct, Allah? Now, in asset side, it is subtracting. That means it is as good as ulta. Asset ಅಲ್ಲಿ minus ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the nature is what? As good as the ulta of asset. Correct. Therefore, it is what? It is in the nature of liability. But is it liability? No. It is not liability, but it is in the nature of liability. Is it a provision? Is it actual provision as per accounts? No. It is just adjustment to asset. Clear? Therefore, provision for doubtful debts has opposite nature of asset. Opposite nature of asset. Like if you have seen provision for depreciation, those would have seen that account. If you don't understand, leave it. We'll discuss it there. Like that only. We'll have provision for depreciation. No, those who know provision for depreciation, that also has credit balance. That doesn't mean it's a liability. It's an adjustment of asset because depreciation is maintained in that account. So it will come in the credit side. We'll discuss that later. Okay, not now. It is similar to that, no doubt. It is similar to provision for depreciation. But provision for depreciation. What is the journal? Okay, just now, just that you're asking. We'll discuss it. What is the journal entry in that case? Depreciation account debit to provision for depreciation. So, provision for depreciation is getting credited whenever depreciation is increasing. So, it has a credit balance. Therefore, just because I'm crediting provision, it doesn't mean it's a liability. It is opposite nature of asset. We'll discuss it when depreciation chapter comes. Okay, just for your understanding, it is as good as provision for doubtful debts. Aita. You leave that case. You leave all that. We'll discuss it when provision for depreciation comes. ಏನಂತ? In the question also it is there. Oh, in question also it is there. Therefore, I'll have to explain it now. Okay. So that you are telling. Anyways, we'll come when we come there. We'll do it. Anyways, now provision for doubtful debt has which balance? Credit balance because it will always have opposite nature. It is always opposite nature of asset. Therefore, it has a credit balance. So here I've put it in A. Debit side. Therefore, it is wrong. Provision for doubtful debts will be subtracted from the asset side. Therefore, it has ulta nature of asset. Bank overdraft. It is a liability. It should have come in credit side. They have put it in debit side. Wrong. Capital. Credit side. Correct. Trade payables. Correct. Trade receivables. Correct. Discount received. It should come in the credit side, but they have put it in. Therefore, wrong. Discount allowed. Debit, but they have put it in. Credit. Therefore, wrong. Drawings. Debit side. Correct. Ulta of capital. Capital is credit. Ulta of capital is drawings. Therefore, debit. Office furniture. Debit side because of that. General expenses. It's an expense. It should come in debit side, but it is come in credit side. Therefore, wrong. Purchases. Debit side. Return inwards. So it is sales return. It should come in debit side, but they have put it in. Therefore, wrong. Rent and rates. Expense. Debit side. Correct. Salaries. Expense. Should come in debit side. Sales. Income. Should come in credit side. Correct. Inventory. Debit side. Correct. Provision for depreciation on furniture. So even this is like that provision for doubtful debts only. It will have credit balance because even provision for depreciation will be shown as subtraction from the furniture on the balance sheet. So in the asset side, if it is getting subtracted means generally in asset side it should add for it to be debit balance. But what is happening in asset side? It is getting subtracted. Therefore, it has ulta nature. So provision for doubtful debts, provision for depreciation has credit balance. Aita. Now, why provision for depreciation has credit balance? We'll understand when we come to depreciation chapter. Okay, don't worry. For now, you understand provision for doubtful debts and provision for depreciation. Both have credit balance and it will come in the credit side. But this fellow has put it in debit side. Therefore, it is wrong. Now, what we have to do? We have to correct the trial balance. If it is not matching, the balance should go to suspense account. Should go to suspense account. Provision for doubtful debts. Provision expense for provision account debit to provision for doubtful debts. ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೊ therefore credit balance. Now what will you do? Correct the trial balance. No, Done, na? Done. Did it match? Suspense. ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದೆ suspense ಗೆ? Which side? Debit side it is lesser. That's why I have put it to debit side. Correct? How much? 1225. Okay. Hmm. Let's do this off. Now, fatafat. You have to tell me. Yeah. Trial corrected. Trial balance. In the books of. In the books of whom? Inexperienced bookkeeper. Bookkeeper. As on 30th June 2007. No. Particulars. Left. Debit. Credit. Done. Now, one by one, guys. Everyone should tell me. Provision for doubtful debts. How much? 250. Because provision has credit balance. Next. Bank OD. How much? ಎಷ್ಟು 16? 1654. Next. Capital 4591. Next. Ah, 1637. Next. Trade receivables. ಎಷ್ಟು? 2983. Next. ಏನೇನ? Discount receive. How much? 25. Discount allowed. ಎಷ್ಟು? 733. ಏನೇನ? ಪೈಸಾ. Drawings. Drawings. 1200. Debit balance. Furniture. 2150. Done. 820. Purchases. 10,923. Return invoice. 330. Right. ಎಷ್ಟು? ರೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? 340. Salary. 2520. 1688. Salaries is 1688. ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರೀಸ್ 2520. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ 16,882 because sales has credit balance. Next. PDD on furniture alladhu provision for depreciation. Inventory is there. That should come 2418. How much? 2418. If nothing is given, assume it to be opening inventory only. Okay. So that's all, guys. Then total of debit 24,404. All of you have got same number. Huh? All of you 24,405. Credit side 25,630. So if you can see, debit is not equal to credit. You have a bad. Your debit side is shorter than your credit side. What is the difference? The difference is 1,225. Since debit side is shorter, I'll put the balance to debit side. Therefore, suspense account 1,225. Now did it match? Now it will match to 25. 630. So done, all of you. All of you got the same amount, no? 1,225. If all of you have got 1,225, then you are correct. Now similarly for fourth one, what we'll do is I'll tell you debit credit, but you have to do it in home. Aita? Then this is also just drafting a trail balance. Is it trail balance? Then what? Trial balance. But in question, what is given? They have given trail balance. So guys, there is nothing called as trail balance. It's a printing error. It is trial. Now don't think, अयो सर यहाँ तो trail balance sale कुछ लिखा है. Okay. Shall we start? Now what should we do as per the question? They have only given trial balance. So what should we do? That means there are chances that this is incorrect. So we have to correct it. Correct now. Building a debit balance 60,000. Correct. Machinery debit balance. Correct. Return outward. Return outward means what? Purchase returns. It will have a credit balance. Therefore, wrong. Bad debts. Bad debts is what? Expense. Therefore, it will have a debit balance. Cash. Asset. Debit balance. Discount received. It is an income, but they have put it in debit side. Wrong. Bank overdraft. It's a liability. It should have credit balance. Wrong. Creditors. Credit balance. Wrong. Purchases. Debit balance. Correct. Capital. Correct. Fixtures. Fixtures means guys furniture and fixtures. It's an asset. So it should have a debit balance. So they have put it in credit side. Wrong. Sales. Credit balance. Correct. Debtors should have a debit balance. They have put it in credit side. Wrong. Interest received. It should have a credit balance. They have put it in credit balance. Correct. Input CGST. End up. Input CGST should have a which balance? Louder. Huh? Louder, madam. Debit balance. Why debit balance? Guys, input GST is what? Whenever I am purchasing, I thought the GST that I have paid to my supplier is called nonsense of India. We have discussed about GST for 20 minutes. Correct? Whatever I have, paid to my supplier, the GST, that is what? Input GST. In ledger, what will be recorded as? Input GST. Correct? Why? This GST, whatever I have paid to my supplier, I can utilize it towards payment of tax. Correct? Remember, long ago, in 1958 AD, I told about this. Correct? So, whatever GST I have paid to my supplier, I can utilize it towards payment of my taxes. Since I can utilize it towards my payment of taxes, it is what? It is my asset. So asset will have debit balance. But these people, they have put it in credit side. Therefore, it is wrong. All the three are wrong. Input should have debit balance. Output should have Credit balance, because whatever I've collected from my customers, that I should pay it to government. Therefore, it's a liability. Liability should have a credit balance, but that guy has put it in. Therefore, it is. Both are wrong. Correct? Ah? Now, what you have to do after going home, prepare a corrected trial balance. Home. So, with that, we are done with trial balance unit. So, next we'll enter into rectification of errors. But before entering, wait, let's take some small break. Break means I'm not going anywhere. Just as a continuous agi, if you start, if you keep telling pata will not go inside. So it's important to take breaks. I would have asked what you did in weekend, Anta, but none of you have answers. So better I'll only tell what I did. So what did I do means even I did not do anything. Uh, we went out, me and my friends. Okay. Then we went out in Bangalore only. So that's a waste. We had been to different places. Then Saturday was done. Sunday full chill in home only. Nothing I did. I just slept and slept. I just watched some movies. I watched Premalu. I watched it. I know it had come very. It had released very early only. But I watched it yesterday. It was good. If you haven't watched, please watch it after doing homework. Yeah. And after reading, after revising and everything, please watch it. Give a good movie recommendation. Da. But I watched one some. No, not even one. You, how many of you watched Raid 2? Raid 2. Ajay Devgan. It is released. We had gone to that. I'd gone to that movie on Sunday. Okay, that one. Saturday and all. Very weirdly, one of my friends, she had taken me to this pottery class, where you do pottery. We did that. Uh, it was fun and all. Then we went to some lake. You know that lake near Sadashiv Nagar. Sankey Tank. We had gone to Sankey Tank. That's all. And both of us are CAs, okay? So we hadn't gone to Starbucks yet. So we wanted to go to Starbucks. So we went to Starbucks. And we did not know what to order for a long way, okay? Then we ordered something. That we did. And done. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳೋಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಜೀವನ. ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಏನು ಇಲ್ವಾ? What? Louder. Huh? Tell louder, no. Louder, tell. Or shall I start? Okay, guys, next unit is rectification of errors. If you're not telling, I'll not. ಹೇಳೋದು ಆಯ್ತು ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ಬಿಡಿ. So regarding my friends, okay, I have to tell about my friends. Now, these friends, we were whenever we joined to CA Foundation, our CA Foundation was called CPT. So in our college, we were some 35 people, okay, in the classroom, and we friends were some 12 people. We are still friends till date. 12 of us, all of us, we together started CA. 35 of us, considering our class also. We did in one academy. Now, for various reasons, I cannot name my academy. Okay, but I did it there. Uh, so out of 35 people, we three people qualified CPT in the first level. We had exams in and around 2 months. So right now, three of us are CAs. Out of the 35 people we joined the academy, three of us are CAs today. We are still friends. So out of which one guy who was there, he was we were study partners. ಎಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಗರಲ್ಲ ಒಬ್ಳು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಮೂರು ಜನದಲ್ಲಿ me, there is one more guy called Tejas, my friend, he also here, one more is there, she's Sudha. So we three of us we cleared. Okay, now this guy Tejas, okay, This guy, we were study partners. I thought every day we used to study together. Guys, whenever exam nears, no, you have to study for like 10, 12 hours. Now, I was not that guy. I was completely ulta. He was very hardworking. That guy he used to work hard like anything. Now I couldn't do. Nange film adu idu ella madbek, I cannot read. So this guy used to come to library. He used to study in the library. He used to come to library at 7 only. I thought, but I couldn't. I cannot wake up early, guys. I cannot wake up early. So I used to go at 10, 10:30. Then whenever I used to enter the library, this guy was already there. He was reading. So I went to him. Hey, ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂದು? ನಾನು 7 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಂದೆ. 7 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಂದ. Then that ಪಾಪ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ it starts. He's reading from 3 hours. Hey, let me start reading. Then I used to go sit, read. Then after 1 hour, I'll be like, again gone. Attention span is gone. Again, seeing all others. Then I used to see him also. That guy is still reading. Then ಮೂರವರಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನಲ್ಲ. Then again I used to read. Then again, let me take a small break. I've been reading for 3 hours. Then I used to get up like this again. See that guy is still reading. Then it was very difficult for me to bunk because that guy used to read. Then he used to go to lunch. I was waiting for him to go to lunch. If he goes to lunch, appa, now I can take a break. Then I used to take a break, aram se go, roam, eat food. Come back, he would have already come. Then again see him, study. At 5 o'clock, we used to take break in the evening. I was waiting for him only, again, for break. That guy, if I go with him to break, half an hour break. If I go alone, again gone only. So I used to go to break with him only. So he used to bring me back. Again, exactly guys, at 5:30 he was like, at 5:30 he used to be like, ಹೋಗೋಣ. Hey, ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಾ. Like that guy is, okay. So again, we used to go back, read till 9 o'clock. Then we used to read till 9 o'clock. Then again, that guy, he used to come at 7. No, Papa. He used to leave by 10 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock. But I came late. Now I cannot go. At 9 o'clock, done. I was done. I couldn't read more than that. So I was like, again, look at him. He's still reading. That guy who came at 7 o'clock. Now, if I get up, no, then I cannot sleep properly in the home. I was waiting for him. I'll be waiting. I know. I used to wait for him. Wait. Then that guy only used to come at 10 o'clock. He used to come to my table. And he was like, ಆಯ್ತೇನಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2-3 ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಲ್ಲ. ನೀನು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಾ. Then used to leave. Then immediately, done. Even I used to leave. Because of that guy, I used to read 10 hours. If not for him, no way possible. So, what you should understand is, guys, please have good people around. Now we are already gone. We are already spoiled. At least people around us should be good. They enjoy that we read. So please have good people, good friends. Now you have all of you are new people. Maybe not interacting that much. Start interacting. If you find some serious people here, have them around so that you will also study because of them. Correct? It is very important. In 10th standard, guys, I had got very little less marks in 10th standard. I can't even tell. Very less marks. My parents thought that I will fail because they had put me in CBSE syllabus. And maths, that was crazy. And they thought I'll fail. And I literally remember on the day of result, I used to pray in front of God, saying that, Appa, pass agbitre saku, fail adre manel maka torsakagalla, pass agbitre saku. And I used to pray. Luckily, I passed, and the marks was not that bad. And my parents thought I'll fail. No, I had got 8.8 out of 10 CGP, which was equivalent to distinction. It was a shock to me also. CBSE works a little different than state. They give you marks based on all the activities and all. So maybe because of that, I used to be good in activities and all. Maybe because of that, my CGPA is boosted. My parents are happy. Distinction, then what happened suddenly? Our parents, relatives, friends, they started calling. They're like, hey, distinction, congratulations. Now what happened? Already artist and all, theatre artist. I like doing theatre and all. Now, one thing for theatre artists is they like attention by nature. For any artist, no matter singer, they like attention. Now, for me, whenever my relatives and all called, full attention. Suddenly, they did not used to care also. Now, people are calling and wishing me. I was like, I like this. This is something I want to achieve. I want to read well from now on. I decided. So now 10th over, you have to select science or commerce. For some reason, I did not like science. Especially in science, I did not like chemistry. What, balancing equations and all in science. How will you balance? What is that? ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಅದು chemicals. I never understood that. I never understood. I tried so much, I never understood. So I was like, instead of balancing the equations, let me balance sheets. Better and better. Yeah, no, like any other guy, I took commerce. Now in commerce, I did my PUC from PS College. For those of you who don't know. So there I go. I joined. So at the end of first week, they had this weekly test. Okay, yeah. They had this weekly test, and I was the first ranker in that weekly test. First rank directly. Again, my parents were very shocked. Hey, ಕಾಪಿ ಗಿಪಿ ಹೊಡೆದಿಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡ ಎಷ್ಟು ತೆಗಿತ್ತೋ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೆಗಿ ಏ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿದೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ then again there also teachers started giving that attention. Hey, good student. Still, I liked it. Then by the second PU, I was a rank holder in my second PUC, not state rank holder. In our college, I was a rank holder. I secured 96.3% something in my second PUC. Again, ranker. Then all the good people they were going to CA. I also joined CA. That's all. No big reason for becoming Chalak. All the people who are doing well in commerce, they used to go to CA. I also joined. I had gone to this career. There was something called as Career Utsav. I thought there was this one program. Because after that program only, I was more interested to do CA. You know what that program name was? Is CA my cup of tea? That was the program's name. Is CA my cup of tea? That means can I do CA? I went into that program. I thought that guy, you know what he told? CA is such a course that you will not spend even 1 rupee on it. Not even 1 rupee. In fact, you'll get your money back. You'll get more money in that. Is it? Oh, okay. Tell me how on that. He told net effective cost of CA course is zero. How? Yes, you would have spent some 2-3 lakhs. The 2-3 lakhs also you'll get back by stipend in your articleship. So net effective cost is zero. Do this course. I was like, Swabhimani and all. Good concept. Now let me become CA. And then that's how I became CA. So I did not have any intrinsic reason to become CA. So that's about it. That's about my story. Done. Uh, so enough of story and all. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತಾ? I know there is no motivation and all, but one thing is that you like my graph started going up when I liked the attention. So see, you also see your calling. What is your calling? ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಜಾ ಎದರಿಂದ ಮಜಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. See why I'm into teaching again. It is attention only. So that is something which drives me. I always like to keep talking. I always want people to see me. Become a teacher. Something like that. Okay. So with that, it is 5:50 now. In 10 minutes, we'll have our break. Okay. By that, okay, we'll do one thing. 10 minutes means our flow will break. So we'll take the break now. Okay, now we'll take the break 15 minutes from now. That means 5:50 to 6:05. Should be back here by 6:05. Then your attendance will happen. Then we'll continue the class with rectification of error. People break. We'll be back by 6:05. All of you are there. Why do you feel there are less people? All of you are there. No one was sitting here. No? Where is that one more madam? She used to guess no in the last class. She's not there, no? Now, let's enter into a new part called as rectification of errors. Come to your textbook. Now, what are errors? Errors are unintentional mistakes. The intentional mistakes will become fraud. Correct. Intentional mistakes will become fraud. Unintentional mistakes are errors. Now, the question is, while preparing accounts, will we commit errors? Yes, no doubt. So there are different kinds of errors which we learn in accounts. Okay, and we also learn how to rectify them. Right. Now, what are the different kinds of errors? All that will come. Before that, how do you think we'll rectify once we find out the errors? Aita, how do you think we'll rectify the errors once we find out the errors? Sir, what we'll do is we'll take one Apsara rubber, we'll rub it, and then hey, Angela illa. How we'll correct it? We'll use journal entries only to correct the errors. There are some entries which can be corrected through journal entries. There are some entries which cannot be corrected. That will come later. But generally, it is corrected how? Using journal entries. For example, by mistakenly you have passed an entry, data to sales. By mistakenly, you are not supposed to pass it, but you passed it. Data to sales. Now, how will you correct it? Reverse it. Sales to debtors. You cannot just rub off the transaction and say, see, gone. Angela illa. Correct. Now, whenever rectification is happening, it happens through journal entry only. Clear? All of you? This understanding we have? No. If you have this understanding, then whatever we learn makes sense. Now, let's understand different types of errors that we can make while drafting accounts. First, there is error of principle, and then there are clerical errors. First, let's understand what is error of principle. Guys, in the first few days, we learned all the accounting principles, conventions, concepts, everything. So many things we learned. If at all we are violating those accounting principles and concepts only, that means what? It is error of principle. For example, we learned capital expenditure, revenue expenditure. Now, say suppose you purchase a furniture. What should be the entry? Furniture account debit to cash. Why are you debiting furniture? Because it is a capital expenditure. That is our accounting principle, what we have learned. Now, instead of debiting furniture, you'd have debited what? Say purchases. Can you debit purchases for purchase of furniture? Can you? No, only for trading you can debit purchase. Now, say suppose you have debited furniture. This is what? This is error of principle. Because you violated the accounting principles only. Correct? These are called what? Error of principle, where you are violating the accounting principle only. Here, debit to credit to that is nothing is happening. Debit credits are correct. But what is happening? The principle is wrong. Correct? Therefore, these are called what? Errors of principle. Now tell me, will errors of principle be revealed in trial balance? Trial balance will tell, hey, as per your chapter 1, will trial balance tell that? No. Because of error of principle, will debit will become not equal to credit? No. Because in error of principle, debit is equal to credit only. Only thing is you should have capitalized it. What you have done, you have considered it as a revenue expenditure. So you have erred with application of principle, but debit and credit will be equal. Therefore, trial balance will not reveal error of principle. Repeat, trial balance will not reveal. Correct? All of you agreed? Pakka. So let's understand clerical errors. So that is one. One is error of principle, where accounting principles is getting violated. Second is clerical errors. First, omission. Omission means what? You have forgotten to record the transaction only. Okay. If you forgot, say suppose you purchased something, you purchased furniture, and you forgot to record the transaction only. This is called what? error of omission. Omission means Maya. You have forgotten to enter. That is called omission. Now, what kind of omission, sir? First is you are forgetting to record it only in the subsidiary books. What are subsidiary books? Your purchases, sale, cash book, all these are what? Subsidiary books. Now you are forgetting to enter it there only. Right? Whenever transaction happens, first you record it where? In the book of original entry. Are subsidiary books book of original entry? Yes, no. Whenever you are recording it in subsidiary books only, you forgot. So that becomes one kind of error of omission. Second, to post from subsidiary books to ledger. Now, one more thing. Say suppose I record it in subsidiary books. After subsidiary books, what should I do? I should post it to ledger now. Remember, again journal entry will not pass. It will directly go to ledger. While you are transferring to ledger, you forgot. So there are two kind of omissions. One is forgetting to record only. Second thing is you recorded in subsidiary books, but forgot to post it to ledger. So two kinds of omission. These errors are called error of omission. Clear? All of you? Next. Error of commission. What is error of commission? All kind of these nonsense clerical errors will be there. That will come to error of commission. I think error of omission, what is happening? You are completely forgetting to either record or you are forgetting to post it to ledger. In commission, what is happening? Writing wrong amount in journals. That means what? You purchased for 5,000 rupees, but you recorded it as 500 rupees. This is what? Error of commission. Clerical error you are doing. Then there are others also. There are other errors also which comes under errors of commission. What are these other errors? Come down. Others are undercast or overcast in subsidiary books. What is undercast or overcast? Guys, undercast or overcast means from subsidiary books, what will you do? You will total. You will total the total purchases and you will put it in the ledger. Correct? Whenever you total came to 1,000 rupees. But whenever you are putting in ledger, you put it as 1,500. That is called what? Overcast. Undercast means total was 1,000 and you put it as 800. That is undercast. You totaled it, but whenever you are putting it to ledger, you are putting a wrong amount. This is what? Error of commission. Sir, just now I told you, putting into ledger was error of omission. Hey, if you forgot to put it in ledger, then it is error of omission. You forget. In this case, what are you doing? You are putting, but you are putting a wrong number. That is error of commission. Clear? Posting wrong amount in the ledger of an entry. Same thing, guys. Okay, wait. These two things are same only. I tell you how it differs. Both are same only. Undercast or total cast means you add it. Technically, the total is 1,000, but total came up to 1,500. That is undercast. That's overcast. You added it. Technically, it should be 1,000, but it came to 800. That is undercast. Wrong. Wrong in totaling is also totaling only is called overcast and undercast. Now, when you are putting a wrong number in ledger, that is also error of commission. Same thing what I told, but I have divided into two parts. One thing is you have to total it properly. Then that number only you have to put it in the ledger. This is normal. But what you are doing, if you are doing wrong in totaling only, that is also error of commission. Later, that number when you are posting it to subsidiary books, if you are putting a wrong number, that is also error of commission. One totaling wrong. Innondu total madi when you are putting it to subsidiary books, that is only wrong. Both are errors of commission. Third, posting on wrong side. Now purchases you will add. Once you add, you have to post it into the ledger. Which side you have to post it? In the purchases account. Debit side, because purchase is an expense. You will post it in the credit side. This is what? Error of commission again.
Sir, isn't that also violating?
Okay.
Is that also not violating?
Yeah, it is violating the principles, but this has happened in the nature of, see, whenever he knew, the accountant knew that he has to put it in debit, but what did he do? By mistake, he has put in credit. But in error of principle, what is happening? His intention is only to make it as a revenue expenditure. But technically, what it is? Capital expenditure. Here, his intention is to put it in debit side only. By mistake, urgent al marta matte has put it in debit side. I thought it is not error of technical error of principle. If accountant thinks that I should put it in credit side, then it is error of principle only. He is not thinking that he has to put it in credit side by mistake. See, that's why what is the word used here? Clerical errors. Andre he knew, even he knew I had to put it in debit side, but by mistake he has put it in credit side. Andre, Andre? Intention of the accountant. Now you have to ask the accountant. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಇದು ಈಗ he bought furniture. He bought furniture. Now, if accountant also thinks, sir, purchase of furniture is revenue expenditure, then it is error of principle. Hey, in principle wrong amma. It should be capitalized. Okay. In clerical errors, what is happening? Even accountant thinks it should come in debit side only. But by mistakenly put it in the credit side. It's a clerical error. He did not think. Say suppose purchases. Purchases has debit balance. Now it should come in debit side. Even accountant thinks it should come in debit side. But by mistakenly has put it in debit side.
No, but the intention will not be specified.
It cannot be. Yeah, you have to ask the accountant. In the question in exam, what you have to do is you have to assume that whenever they are telling posted to a wrong side, it is clerical and not principally it is wrong. It is wrong. You have to assume because there is no accountant in exam. Okay, but if in real life it is happening, you can ask your accountant. You are definitely violating the principle, no doubt. Correct. In question, I cannot understand the intention. Correct. So what you do is whenever they say wrong side, assume it is clerical only. That means even accountant knew it was debit, but by mistakenly he has put in the credit. And also see, when I say in the question posting on wrong side, means what? Even I am acknowledging that it is wrong. Correct. So therefore it is clerical. That also is intention. Wrong balancing of an account. Idenidu. Wrong balancing of an account. You know what is balancing of an account? In ledger we did know that asset will add the total debit, subtract all the credit. Remaining is what? Balance. While doing that, you'll make an error. Say suppose in debit side you'll have 1000, credit side you'll have 300. The balance should be 700. But instead, what did you do? You have put some 600. Is this principally wrong? See, when you think like that, principally everything, all the errors are wrong only. All the errors can be principally wrong, no doubt. But this have classified as clerical. Now, instead of 700, he put 600. This is also what? Error of commission. All the clerical errors comes under error of commission. Now, tell me, one more thing we had to answer. For error of omission, will trial balance tally? Yes, generally for error, we have also recorded one true or false. Correct. Error of omission, generally trial balance will tally. If you can see, it will tally. Commission, will it tally? What do you think? Error of commission? Why? Guys, only one kind of error of commission will tally. Others will not. What is that one kind? Writing wrong amount in journals. Now, you purchased it for 5,000 rupees, but you have recorded it for 500. Now, will your debit is equal to credit will happen? Now, yes. While debiting also you would have debited 500. While crediting also you would have credited 500. I thought it is a wrong amount. So will it still tally? Yes, no doubt. That case will tally. Other error of commission like undercast or overcast. Wrong totaling. Will the trial balance tally? No. Why? Now, say suppose we'll take an example of purchase. Now purchase. What will I do? I'll go to purchases book. I'll add the total purchases. One number I'll put it in purchase account. One more number I'll put where? What is the entry for credit purchase? It is to creditor, so generally. So two accounts I have to check. But I will not pass journal entry, I'll directly put it in ledger after subsidiary book. Correct? Now I'll directly go to purchases subsidiary book. I'll add the total. 10,000 came. What will I do? I'll put it as 10,000. Accordingly, in creditors account also, what should I do? In creditors also, this side 10,000 should come. Correct. Now this is how I post from my subsidiary book to ledger. So whenever I'm doing undercasting or overcasting, what I'm thinking is purchases column. Purchases was there. No, that I have done wrongly. Creditors posting has happened correctly. Yeah. Yes. Creditors posting individually you'll do. So creditors posting would have happened correctly. But purchases total that that in that case you have held. Therefore, will trial balance tally? No. When purchase debit and creditors credit, if both are matching, then only trial balance also will match. Now purchases you made wrong. Creditors is still correct. In this case, will trial balance tally? Therefore, for undercast or overcast in subsidiary books, what trial balance will not tally. Similarly, posting wrong amount in the ledger in purchases 1000 happened. You posted 1200, but in creditors ledger it is still 1000 only. Will trial balance agree? No. Again, wrong posting also trial balance will not agree. Posting on a wrong side, purchases should be debited, creditors should be credited. In your case, what has happened? In creditors is credited, but purchases is also credited. In this case, will trial balance tally? No way. No way trial balance will tally. Wrong balancing of an account. Your creditor balance is balanced properly. Aita. Now your purchases also should be balanced properly, then only trial balance will tally. Now what did you do? Purchase is gone, wrongly balanced. So will trial balance agree? So only for errors of commission, generally trial balance will not agree except one. What is that one? Recording it at writing wrong amount in the journal itself. Both sides. Guys, when debit side and credit side, both side number is wrong, then even though the number is wrong, balance sheet, I mean, trial balance though will tally. Andre, instead of 5,000, you have recorded it at 500. 4,500 you have under recorded. But is it trial balance matching? Yes. Trial balance will match. Debit credit same amount agire. But ಈ 4 ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Because your subsidiary book total only is assumed to be wrong. The other account is assumed to be correct. Yes, all of you understood. Very clear, very important. If you don't understand what I'm telling now, problems, so definitely you'll understand. So you'll not understand. Therefore, whoever has not understood it, tell me now. We'll clear it here itself. Because if you don't understand this, ದೇವರಾಣೆ ಅದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Question answers. Understood?
Wrong balancing of account. Wrong balancing of account.
Wrong balancing of account. ಸೊ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಈಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ವಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್, ಇದು ಬರೆದ್ವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು, ಬೈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಟ್ ಔಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ನೌ ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ 1 lakh? ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ. Debit side 1,30,000, credit side 30,000. So 1,30,000 minus 30, remaining is how much? 1 lakh. Now that is balancing of account. Till 1 lakh badlu na 90,000 mabitte. This is what? Wrong balancing of accounts. All of you? That is wrong balancing of accounts. Anyone else? Better yargaru ಈ ತರ ಏನೇ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು clear it at this point. Later ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೊಂಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Done. I'm assuming all of you have understood. So you understood the undercast or overcast also, no? That also I tell off, guys. I know you guys are very shy. No, this is what? This is purchase book. Correct. What was the format? Date, particulars, amount, all this we had, no? Now here, all the credit transactions you are recording. 1 lakh. Next, some other thing, 3 lakhs. Then one more thing, 5 lakhs. So what should be the total? Total, you know? Total should be 9 lakhs. I wrote it as 10 lakhs. This is what? Overcasting, undercasting. I took a more under higher number. If I'm taking higher number, it is overcast. If I'm taking a lower number, andre, instead of 10 lakh, I took 6 lakhs. This is what? Undercasting. The purchase book to totally wrong ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Correct? That is your that type of error. Which is second kind of error of commission? posting wrong amount in ledger. ಈಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, say suppose this total is correct, ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ 5 plus 3 plus 1 how much 9 lakh, correct 9 lakh. Now this 9 lakh what should I do? I should post it in ledger. In which ledger? One in purchases ledger, one more in, I have to add creditors wise, and I have to also put it in creditors ledger. Purchases ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ 9 lakh ಇದೆ, purchases ledger ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕುವಾಗ ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು? How much? 9 lakh only. But how much did I put? I put 10 lakh. So this is what? Wrong posting in ledger. Correct? Clear? That's one more thing. Wrong posting in ledger, innu one point ಇದೆ. Now say suppose this is purchase. Aita. Now there is also one more ledger called as sales ledger. Aita. Here what you are doing? This is purchase book. Aita. In purchase book total came up to 9 lakh. You are putting 9 lakh only. But what are you doing? You are putting it in the debit side of sales. Here 2 creditors. Is to 9 lakh. Now is this correct? Why? Because it is purchase book. Purchase book total should have gone to purchases, but you have put it in. So this is also what? Putting in the wrong ledger. So this is also what? Error of commission. Now in this case, will trial balance tally? Not at all. Yeah. Done. In this case, actually, if you see that way, trial balance will tally. Assume I have put it this side by creditors, something like this. So understood, now guys, you are putting it in the wrong ledger. Understand that much. We'll come there. We'll come there. That part I'll come. Now, understood? Which is the third kind of error of commission. Posting it on the wrong side. Now, this total of 9 lakhs, you should have posted it in purchases ledger. Which side? Debit side. But what I do? I'll do here. So this is what? Posting it in the wrong side of the ledger. I should have posted it in the debit side of the ledger, but I posted it in the credit side. Wrong. In this case also, trial balance will not tally. Fourth case of error of commission, wrong balancing, we already discussed. Correct? Understood? One more thing is there now, putting wrong amount, recording it at wrong amount only. That is what? Writing wrong amount in journal. That means what? Say suppose you have purchased furniture worth 5,000 rupees. So what should be the entry? Furniture to cash. So how much? 5,000 it should be. But I am recording it at 500. This is also what? Clerical error. Error of commission. Correct? But will the trial balance tally? Why? Because debit and credit is equal. ಗೈಸ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
So will that be considered as under?
Which one?
The journal one.
This is not undercasting. Undercasting cannot come in direct journal entry. Only in subsidiary to ledger ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ undercasting overcasting. This is also technically you are under recording it. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಡಿಮೆಗೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. But this is not the case of undercast as per rectification of errors. Because undercasting overcasting can happen only when you are going from subsidiary books to ledger. All total haki number hakuvaga you are putting a lesser number. That is called undercast. If you are putting a higher number, it is called overcast. Done. Next, compensating errors. Compensating errors, guys. The journal entries that you are passing, the journal entries you are passing are still wrong, but the errors got compensated. I'll tell you. Errors got compensated. Now say suppose I'll pass one entry. Purchase. I like furniture. So purchase of furniture. What is the entry? Say suppose furniture to cash debit. Now I have purchased it for 5,000 rupees. So I have debited 500. and credited 5,000 rupees. Now, will trial balance match? Will not match, definitely not match. But to our beautiful luck, there is one more error. Aita. One more error is, say, suppose it is the normal purchases. For normal purchases, what is the entry? Aita. This is normal entry. Here, what you have done is the entry was 500 only. Aita. But you have debited it for 5,000, and cash was technically 500 only. Aita. Now, what has happened? If you go to trial balance, now say suppose these are the only entries. Aita. Let's see what are the total debits and credits. Aita. Now, furniture. How much? Cash. Cash has a credit balance. Andre, now, because both are credits now. Loan, it has become overdraft. Because there is no inflow of cash right now. Because we are assuming these are the only transactions. So credit to credit, 5,500. Next, purchases. So did I record everything? Yes. Now see, totals. Is the trial balance matching? Correct. But have you made the error? See, you have made the error. Technically, trial balance was supposed to show the difference also. But what happened? The one more error compensated this error, because of which trial balance is not revealing the error it was supposed to reveal. Guys, one case ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4,500 under cast ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. 4,500 was not debited. In another case, 4,500 was not credited, because of which errors got compensated. So these errors are called what? Compensating errors. All of you understood? Balcony. Understood? ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಹೇಳಿ? ಅದೆಸರು. What happened in compensating errors? The error of ಏನೇನು? Errors got matched. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಅಂತ. Correct? To our beautiful luck, what happened? One error compensated the other error, because of which the error is not getting revealed. These are called what? Compensating errors. Now tell me, because of compensating errors, will trial balance tally or not tally? It will tally. 100% will tally. Correct? For compensating errors, trial balance will tally. See here? Trial balance will. What do you understand by trial balance will agree? That means debit equal to credit anta. Important. All of you understood? Now you should teach me rectification of errors. What are the 3 types of errors? Errors of omission, commission, compensating errors. So, and one more is error of principle. What is error of principle? Violating the accounting principles only is called. It's called error of principle. Because of error of principle, will trial balance tally? Yes. Error of principle will not affect trial balance. Therefore, trial balance will still tally. Next, errors of omission. Because of error of omission, will trial balance tally? Yes. Definitely it will tally. Because of what is error of omission? One, forgetting to record the transaction is only error of omission. One more, you have recorded it in journal, but you entirely forgot to post it in ledger. Now this is called error of omission. Then next, error of commission. What is error of commission? All the clerical errors, in my opinion, will come under error of commission. So what all will come under error of commission? Louder. So there are 2 things under error of commission. One error where trial balance will agree. Another set of errors where trial balance will not agree. Now let us come under trial balance will agree. What are the errors? Writing wrong amount in the journal itself. In that case, though it is error of commission, trial balance will agree. One more, undercasting or overcasting of the subsidiary books. Wrong posting to the ledger. Next, posting it on the wrong side only. Instead of debit, credit. One more, wrong balancing of accounts. These are error of commission. Then one more, compensating errors. Here what is happening? One error, though it was an error, though it was supposed to be revealed under trial balance, it is not revealing because there is exactly one more error, which is exactly compensating this error. Nam karma ke. The odds of that happening is very low. Correct? No. What are the odds that 4,500 was only over credited and 4,500 in another transaction is under debited? What are the odds? But it has happened. These are called compensating errors. Clear? Huh? In compensating errors, will trial balance agree?
Yes.
Appa. Stay matter. Now, that is done. Now, errors can be found in what stages is the question. Yavag error can edibodu. Guys, that has been divided into three parts. At what all points we can find errors in the accounts. First, before preparation of trial balance. It can be divided into three parts, guys. One is, say suppose I am preparing trial balance at this point. After preparation of trial balance, what will I do? Ledger ಆಯ್ತು. Ledger ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ I prepare trial balance. After trial balance, what am I doing? I am preparing financial statements. Correct? Now, errors can be found out at three different stages. One, before drafting trial balance itself. Illi. Before drafting trial balance only, you can find out errors. One more possibility is after drafting trial balance, but before making financial statements. This is one. And one more is after drafting financial statements. You have drafted financial statements and everything. Now you are finding the error. This is here after financial statements. So you can find errors at three places. On the before trial balance, the after trial balance, the after financial statements. Three possibilities. Understood? Sir, how does it matter? Error ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಾಣಿಸಿದೆ ಮಾಡೋದು rectify-ನೇ ತಾನೆ. Why are you dividing it into three parts? Because it is very important. Very important. Why it is important? Listen. Now, we discussed so many errors. We have divided it in different ways. Now, I will divide it in a different way. Errors because of which trial balance will tally. And errors because of which trial balance will not tally. I'm dividing all the errors into these two only. Now, errors for which trial balance is still tallying. These I will call as double-sided error. Why will I call it as double-sided error? It is tallying and I have classified it as double-sided error. Why am I classifying it as double-sided error? Because error has happened both in debit and credit. That's why I'm calling it as double-sided error. Now, for the errors where trial balance is not tallying, I will call it as single-sided error or one-sided error. Why? Because only one person is loving the other person. Sorry. That is one-sided love. Why single-sided error? Because only one of the aspects has become wrong. Andre debit correct agide, credit wrong ide, athwa credit correct agide, debit wrong ide. Either of it. That's why trial balance is not tallying. Correct? No. If I had put correct, see, no matter what the amount is, no matter error of principle, I don't care. If you had debited and credited properly, same amounts, will the trial balance agree? Yes. If you have made a mistake in debiting and crediting, that means you have debited some other amount and you have credited some other amount. In that case, will the trial balance tally? Guys, that's all simple. Those errors are called single-sided error where trial balance is not tallying. Where both the where both the debit is equal to credit. Those cases are called double-sided error. Understood? Pakka, guys. Done. Now, the pravachana part is done. We'll start with problems. Ready? One example I will do how to rectify entries and everything. We have lots of entries in the textbook only. Don't go to the exercise part. Wait. Now I was telling, I have not completed only. You should have asked. Sir, you are explaining why you divided the errors into 3 timelines. That is before trial balance, after trial balance, after financial statements. I was answering that question. I thought. Now errors are divided into one-sided, two-sided. Now tell me one thing. Let's come to one-sided error. ಈಗ ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ whenever I am rectifying ಆಯ್ತಾ I can properly use a journal entry because since error has happened both the sides, whenever I'm passing a rectifying entry I'll be passing a double entry only, no andre guys. Now purchases to furniture ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ furniture to cash ಆಯ್ತಾ. Now actual money, actual amount of transaction is how much? 5,000, but I have recorded it at 500. Now is it a single sided error or double sided error? Double sided error. Now if I have to rectify it, what can I do? I told whenever rectification happens it should happen via journal entry. Now whenever I'm passing a journal entry, is there dual aspect? Correct alva. So ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ journal entry ಹಾಕಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ journal entry ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? Yes, what will I pass? Actual transaction is 5,000. I have entered only 500. So I will debit it more by 4,500. So I will pass what? Furniture, debit 4,500 to cash 4,000. Now, how much is the total become? 5,000, 5,000. Did I rectify the error? Yes. Now, double-sided error can be rectified with a journal entry. Done. Now let's come to single-sided error. Single-sided error really say suppose wrong casting. We'll take wrong casting. Now purchases account is wrong cast. I mean undercast by 500 rupees. Andre no, purchases was 10,000, but you have put how much in the purchases book? Sorry, in purchases book total was 10,000, but in the ledger you have put it as 10,500 overcast. Now purchase let's take an example of undercast. Andre 10,000 ಹಾಕೋಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. You have put it as 8,500. Now how to rectify this by journal entry? Your purchase account should be further debited by 1,500 now, because as per your purchase book the total is 10,000. Correct, but you have wrongly casted it at 8,500. Now your purchases should increase by 1,500. Therefore purchase account should be debited by how much? By 1,500. Done. What will you credit? Sir, creditors you cannot touch. I told you in one-sided errors the other account is correct. Purchase book total ಮಾಡುವಾಗ mistake ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ, creditors post ಮಾಡುವಾಗ you have done it correctly. Now what will you put? Because in journal entry two aspects should be there, no matter whether if it's the rectifying entry or normal entry. In journal entry there should be debit and credit. Now debit purchases 1,500 correct. Credit what to do? ಬರೋಣ. ಈಗ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅದೆಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಗೈಸ್? ವೆನೆವರ್ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ವೆನೆವರ್ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲಿ, ವೇರ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಐ ಪುಟ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್? ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನೌ if I don't know which account to put, I'll put which account? Correct, undoubtedly correct, because whenever there was difference I created suspense account. Now to correct it I use suspense account if I don't have any other account. Correct. But guys, come back to the trial balance na ನಾನು create ಮಾಡಿ, if I have created trial balance, if I have difference, then I would have put it to suspense, then I will use suspense account. Correct. Say suppose I find out the error before drafting trial balance only, then what will I do? In that case I'll not have suspense account. No, after preparing trial balance I'll have suspense account, so I'll use suspense account, no doubt, you're all correct. But before drafting trial balance what to do? I'll not have suspense account. ಅವಾಗ ಗೈಸ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, there's no vidhi, you cannot pass journal entry only. What we'll do is, now in this case I have to make an entry in purchase account. No, I'll go to purchases ledger, ಆಯ್ತಾ? I'll go to purchases ledger. Oh, I'll open it. Here already, say creditors. One transaction is recorded for 8,500. Now I have to increase it to 10,000. So I have to debit it by 1,500. What will I do? I'll say 2. No, creditors I cannot touch. I told no, creditors is already correct. Guys, in one-sided error, what is the crux of one-sided error? Andre one correct agide. One aspect of it is correct. The other aspect is wrong. That means creditors is correct. Whenever you add it, purchases was only wrong. Creditors amount is correct. Now can you touch creditors? No. So what will you do is you say to wrong posting or to wrong casting. Not wrong posting, wrong casting. You say ಏನು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಟು ರಾಂಗ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ 1,500 ಯಾವುದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ವಿಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈನ್ ಟು ರಾಂಗ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ 1,500 that's all. That is you'll use to wrong casting when if you are doing the correction before trial balance. If it was after trial balance, what would you have done? Suspense account. Done. Now what will you do if the mistake had happened after financial statements is the question. Now what was the rectification entry? If it is after trial balance, I'll have suspense account for one-sided error. So what is the rectification entry I'll pass? Purchases to after financial statement. After preparing financial statement, the entry should be what? Same only. How will it change? If you go to next year, will things change? No. Rectification entry will still be. Say suppose this is next year. This was 2021 financial statements. Now in the next financial year, you have found out the mistake. Say suppose in 21-22. Now in 21-22, you found out the mistake. Now what will be the rectification entry? It will still be purchases to suspense only. Correct. Still it is purchases to suspense only. But there is one problem. Matching concept. Matching concept came to picture. And matching concept came and said, Bhaiya, this is the error pertaining to 2021. Aita. You are correcting it in 2022. And you are debiting purchases of 21-22 year. Is it correct? No, that purchases belong to 2021. Now last year's purchase should come in last year. Current year's purchase should come in current year. Now if I debit purchases, last year's purchase in this year, is it correct? No. So that's why what they told, oh, that means it is prior period expense. Correct? Whatever rectification I'm doing in this year, which is pertaining to last year, it is prior period expense. So instead of purchase, what will I use? For all the nominal accounts, if I'm correcting it after financial statements, I'll not use the name of those accounts. Instead of those accounts, I'll use P&L adjustment account. Arthmainda? All of you understood? So whenever I am rectifying the error in the next financial year, then if in the rectification entry, if I have nominal account, will I use the name of nominal account? No. I will use what? P&L adjustment account. Aita? Understood? Pakka understood? No? Any confusions? What?
So there's like PL adjustment that you go only to last year.
Alala, what will I do is, I'll put all the rectification of previous year to P&L adjustment account. Then that P&L adjustment account balance will be directly transferred to capital. I will not, again it will not come through P&L. Now what will happen because of that? In P&L, current year profit or loss is coming. And P&L adjustment account balance directly will go to capital. So it is not affecting current year P&L. It is not again coming to P&L guys. Whatever balance we had now in P&L adjustment account, it will not again come to P&L account. It will directly go to capital. Because last year's profit also would have ultimately gone to capital. So here also I'm putting into a different account and transferring it to capital. It is not touching current year's profit and loss. Understood all of you? Pakka? Done? Mister? Understood? What da? Do very sleepy? Why? Boring? Huh? You're listening, but I feel you are very sleepy. Oh. All of you?
But
Understood?
for both one-sided and two-sided errors,
P and L adjustment. Correct. For both one-sided and double-sided errors, I don't care. If we are rectifying it after financial statements, then for nominal accounts we'll use P and L adjustment. Correct. There, no need to distinguish again as one-sided, two-sided. This one-sided, two-sided is only relevant before financial statement. If you are doing it after financial statement, then you can still use suspense account. No problem. Because suspense account, if you have not cleared it, you would have gone to where? We would have kept it like that only. Even that balance will be carried forward to next year. Even if I am even if I am passing a rectification entry in the next year, suspense account balance will still be there. I will use suspense account for rectification, even if it is happening after this financial year. All of you understood? Any doubts, guys? Do you want me to tell it again? Do you want me to summarize it? But even if you don't ask, I will summarize because very important. Now we understood different types of errors. Further, we classified errors into two parts. One is one is single-sided error. One more is double-sided error. Now, because of double-sided error, will trial balance agree? Because of single-sided error, will trial balance agree? This much clear, everyone clear. Now, let's talk about errors which are happening before drafting trial balance. For double-sided errors, we can pass a journal entry. No doubt, leave it. For single-sided error, before trial balance, can we pass a journal entry? No, we cannot. So what will we do ultimately? We'll say two wrong posting. For the other part, what will we do? We'll say two wrong posting. I'm not able to find an account. So I'll say two wrong posting, or two wrong, or two overcast, or two undercast. I'll write the reason. I'm not posting an account there. I'm simply writing the reason because it is a single-sided error. What is the crux of single-sided error? One side it is correct, debit is correct, credit is wrong, or credit is correct, debit is wrong. That's why we have a problem. One correct ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ rectification ಅಲ್ಲಿ we are not able to use one more account. That's why we are directly putting. Done. Now second part. This is after preparing trial balance. Now for double-sided error, what will you do? We have two accounts for rectification. Done. Leave it. After trial balance, for single-sided error, what will you do? You'll use suspense account. Done. Now you have prepared financial statements. Now after financial statements, for double-sided error, what will you do? You can use a rectification entry because for double-sided error you can use a journal entry. Done. Even after financial statements, can you use a? Yes, you can use a journal entry. You can rectify it. But in that rectification entry, if you have nominal accounts, what will you do? You'll use P and L adjustment. Now after financial statements, you have single-sided error. What will you do? Can you pass journal entry? Can you pass journal entry? Why? You have suspense account now, no? Now you have suspense account. So therefore, you can use suspense account. In that rectification also, if you have nominal account, what will you do? P and L adjustment. Correct. For single-sided error, ultimately we cannot pass journal entry. But after trial balance, we have one safety. We have one option. What is that? We'll have suspense account. Be it after trial balance or after financial, we still have suspense account. So for one-sided error, I'll use suspense account. In that rectification error, if I have nominal accounts, I'll use P and L adjustment account. Clear? Pakka? Done. We have spent a lot of time on this. Now when we start solving, you'll understand. Now please come to page number over cover. Right? Today you have to go and revise. If you don't revise, no. Can't only. Tomorrow I'll not explain it again and again. Now, chill. Now what we'll do is, we'll take one example. Now you'll start understanding. Ayo. Okay, do one thing. Come to question bank. Come to page number. Come to page number 178. So we have our favorite true and false here. Please open your notebooks. Let's first solve true and false. Sometimes I feel 4 to 8 is also not enough. Initially, when I thought, I felt, hey, 4 to 8 apart, ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ. Now I'm feeling, array, it's already 7.5. We'll do it till 4 to 9. Huh? No. Hey, come on, guys, it's okay. Huh? ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಮನೆ ಮಠ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದೆ, ಜೀವನ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥರ ಅಬ್ಬೆ ಪಾರಿಗಳಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬದುಕಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥರ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅಪ್ಪ ನಮಗೂ ಬದುಕಿದೆಪ್ಪ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಬದುಕಿನ ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೆ ಸಂಡೇ ಬದುಕ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Can we start? True or false? All of you ready? ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪಟ್ಟ ಪಟ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಪಟ್ಟ ಪಟ್ಟ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. 1 hour ಇಂದ ಹರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಹಾ ಅದೇ 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 ಚಟಾಪಟನೋ ಪಟಾಪಟನೋ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. The method of rectification of errors depends on the stage at which the errors are detected. ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಟ್ರೂ. ಟ್ರೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಟ್ರೂನ. ಟ್ರೂ ಟ್ರೈ ಗೈಸ್. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಏನ್ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರು ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬೇಕಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜರ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ತರದ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಟೈಪ್ ಸಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಹಾ ಕುಡಿ. The one thing is I just cannot charge stuff. I forget every time. First one is true. Correct. Reason, write down. There are 3 different stages. There are 3 different stages when the mistakes are identified. When the mistakes are identified. Therefore, rectification depends on the stage of identification of errors. ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. Therefore, rectification depends on the stage of identification of errors. Therefore, rectification depends on the stage of identification of errors. అందరికి అర్థమైందిపా? You can get a 5 marks question on this. Not on true or false, from rectification of errors only. It has a very 5-10 marks hardly. 5 to 10 marks hardly. In case of error of complete omission, the trial balance does not tally. False. Different. Ang bekadu. Correct. In case of complete omission, it will tally. Correct. No. So in case of, you know what is the reason here? In case of error of complete omission, the trial balance tallies. Guys, what you do is, I've already given the reason in one more, the other part. Or else you write down. In case of error of complete omission, error of complete omission. Hey, oh, ambulance. In case of error of complete omission, there is neither debit nor credit of amounts in the journal entry. There is neither debit nor credit of amounts in journal entry. Therefore, there is neither debit nor credit in the journal entry. Therefore, trial balance tallies. Therefore, trial balance tallies. Clear? All of you? Next. When the errors are detected after preparation of trial balance, suspense account is opened. 100%. Trr. Hey, try to tell. Trr. Tell. No, you have to. Oh, Allah, everyone should follow the rules, guys. It is not like other people are saying, others are not saying. Come on, you also tell. Trr. Are? ಆಗಲ್ವಾ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಯು ಡಿಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೌಡರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೌಡರ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಯು ಟೆಲ್ಡ ಹಾ ಐ crazy. See, it will be there inside. You should put it out. When the purchase of an asset is treated as an expense, it is known as error of principal. Oh, reason. Sorry. I do that. I do that a lot. Please, you should remember. Remind me. Guys, reason for the third one. It is true. In order to balance the differences, of balances in the trial balance. Tongue twister. In order to balance the differences of balances in the trial balance, suspense account is opened. Right? Then all of you wrote it down. Fourth one. When the purchase of an asset is treated as an expense, it is known as error of principal. Correct? No. Because purchase of asset is what? Yeah. It is capital expenditure. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಯಾರಮ್ಮ ಅದು ಬಾಲ್ಕನಿ ಅವನಾ ತುಷಾರ್ ತೆಳ್ಳ ಯಾರದು ಈಗ ಅದೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ವಾಯ್ಸು ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವನಾ ಅಂತ ನೀನೇ ತಾನೆ ಏಯ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೋಸೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಲಿಖಿತ ಓ what guys, when a purchase of asset is treated as an expense, is it error of principal? Yes, therefore it is true. Reason. ಏನ್ reason ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ where the accounts being debited, reason guys, where the accounts being debited is principally incorrect, where the accounts being debited is principally incorrect, it is termed as error of principal. What kind of a reason it is? Actually, it is correct only. There are other answers which I'm not able to read also. This at least it is serving the purpose. Because The classification accounts is principally incorrect. Correct. So the reason is, so where the accounts being debited is principally incorrect, it is termed as error of principal. Done. Fifth one, trial balance agrees in case of compensating errors. 100%. Shall we write a reason? Compensating errors. Compensating errors cancel out each other. Cancel out each other when trial balance is prepared. As the mistake pertains to the same amount, as the mistake pertains, pertains, pertains to the same amount, as the mistake pertains to the same amount, being credited and later debited, on account of on account of on account of then two different mistakes. Full stop. Yellow, peace, peace. You know Ravichandran? Hey, ರಸಿಕರ ರಾಜ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಒಂಥರ ರಸಿಕರೇ, ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಷಯ. ಅದೇ ರಸಿಕರ ರಾಜ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಇರೋದು ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್. ಅವರು ರಸಿಕರೇಪ, ಬಟ್ ರಸಿಕರ ರಾಜ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ರಸಿಕರ ರಾಜ. ಅದೇನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ, ಅನ್ನದಾತರ ಅನ್ನದಾತ, ರಸಿಕರ ರಾಜ, ಮಯೂರ, ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್. Next, when amount is written on wrong side, it is known as error of principal. Because it is false because it is known as error of commission. Right? That is the reason. Because when the amount written on wrong side is classified as error of commission. That is the reason. Gagan? What the? Oh, your name is Gagan only. I was just testing. I thought I forgot. I remember. Gagan, Amardeep, Mandeep, Mandeep. ಏನೋ ಇದಪ್ಪ ಮಂದೀಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಐ ನೋ. ಹೇಮಚಂದ್, ಸಾರಿ, ಹೇಮಚಂದ್. ಗಗನ್, ಹೇಮಚಂದ್, ಲಿಖಿತ್, ಅಗಸ್ತ್ಯ, ಆರಾಧ್ಯ. ಹಲೋ, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆರಾಧ್ಯ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬೂಬಕರ್, ನೇಹಾ, ಅನ್ವಿತಾ, ತುಷಾರ್. You did not come. You came, no, yesterday? No. Those have not come, I'll not read. Andre, to that game. That's all, no? You also came. Your name is Bhumika. Okay. Bhumika. Then, on purchase of furniture, the amount spent on repairs should be debited to repairs account. Correct? False. Why false? Because it should be debited to furniture account. Guys, it's a capital expenditure. It should be capitalized to the cost of the asset. Therefore, it is false. Why false? On purchase of, write the reason. On purchase of furniture, reason. On purchase of furniture, the amount spent on repairs. On purchase of furniture, the amount spent on repairs should be debited to furniture account. amount spent on repair should be debited to furniture account as it is a capital expenditure. It should be debited to furniture account as it is a capital expenditure. Then next one. What is that? Huh? Oh, correct, no? ಅಯ್ಯೋ 2 ಸೆಕೆಂಡಿಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಏನು ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ I was scared. I thought something played from the iPad. I was like, what, some YouTube video and all played? What to do? Next. Profit and loss adjustment account is open to rectify the errors detected in the current accounting period. Of course. Previous period, no? So write down reason false. Profit and loss adjustment account is open to rectify the errors. To rectify the errors detected in the detected in the next accounting period. From the point of next accounting period, the error pertains to previous year. Correct? No. Therefore, P&L profit and loss adjustment account is open to rectify the errors detected in the next accounting period. Correct? No. Madam, what happened? Crazy look you gave. ಏನೇನು ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ನಾ ಓಕೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಗಲಿ I would have corrected it previous year only, no? If I detected it previous year. Done. Next. Rent paid to landlord of the proprietor's house must be debited to rent account. What is? It is 100% false. It should be debited to which account? It should be debited to drawings account. Because why? It is proprietor's house. Personal expense. Can personal expense come to business? No. It is personal expense of proprietor. Therefore, drawings. Now, is this which kind of error is this? Huh? Error of principal. Correct. Because principally you cannot charge that expense to P&L. Now, reason. Rent paid to landlord of the proprietor's house. Rent paid to landlord of the proprietor's house must be debited to drawings account. Done. Last question of true or false. If the errors are detected after preparing the trial balance, people, if the errors are detected after preparing the trial balance, then all the errors are rectified through suspense account. Good question. What do you think? Why not?
Only one-sided errors are
Exactly. Correct. No, guys. If the errors are rectified after trial balance, then I use suspense account only for one-sided error. Double-sided error, I can use normal journal entry only. So therefore, it is false. Now write down the reason. if the errors are detected, after preparing trial balance, if the errors are detected after preparing trial balance, then all the errors are not rectified through suspense account. There may be, full stop, there may be principal errors, comma, double-sided errors, correct, double-sided errors, which can be rectified, without opening a suspense account, without opening a suspense account. Understood? Then all of you. Now let's come to the first question. Other questions only first question. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಬೇಜಾರು ಬೇಜಾರಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ Can we come to the first question? Come on. Done. Ready. Classify the following errors under three categories: errors of omission, errors of commission, errors of principle. Guys, you have to just classify the errors. Simple. Aita. First one. Sale of furniture credited to sales account. It's an error of principle. Why? Because only trading items should come to sales account. Correct? This is a capital receipt. It cannot come. Therefore, it is error of principle. They are violating the accounting principle itself. Yeah. Correct? Done. Second, purchase worth 4,500 from M, not recorded in subsidiary books. Errors of omission. Because I forgot to record only. Next, credit sale wrongly passed through purchase book. Some people think, sir, ಇದು principal error ತಾನೆ. See, purchases na yak sales ka ಹಾಕುದಾ? ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ. It is error of commission. See, they have told wrongly. Illi, madam, what is your name? Manasa. See, they have told wrong. That means accountant thinks it is wrong. Correct. No. Therefore, it is clerical error. Error of commission. Next one. Machinery sold on credit to Mohan, recorded in journal proper, but omitted to be posted. Error of omission, error of commission. Why? Because I have correct. Because ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ omitted ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. Okay. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ journal entry ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, but I have forgotten to post it. That also will come under omission. Error of omission. Fifth one. Goods worth 5,000 purchased on credit from Ram and recorded in the purchase book as 500. Error of commission. Error of commission. Error of what? Commission. Now tell me, because of this error of commission, will trial balance tally? What do you think? How many of you think it?
Alarm account will be credit.
Enena?
Alarm account will have
Huh?
and purchase will be.
So what do you think? See, whenever they were recording, that time only they have made mistake. So whenever they are recording in purchase book, the recording only happened at the wrong amount. Andre creditors amount wrong ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. It's double stated error. People understood? While I am recording it in the book only, I made it 500. Now whenever I am transferring it to creditors account, you think I would have transferred 5,000? No, ನಾನು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗೆ 500 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Very important, guys. You have to read it very properly. While recording only, this mistake happened. Therefore, creditors account also would have gone. So it's a double-sided error. Trial balance will tally. అర్థమైందమ్మా అందరూ? మనం నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ పోదామా? నాకు తెలుగు అట్లా రాలేదు ఆಯ್ತಾ? అట్లా రాలేదు. ఏమైందంటే మన గైస్ యూర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ మన ఆర్టికల్షిప్ ఫార్మ్ ఇస్ దేర్ నో. ఇట్ వాజ్ అ కంప్లీట్లీ తెలుగు డామినేటెడ్ ఫర్మ్. I didn't want to learn Telugu, but whenever I was working, our bosses, everyone in our office talking in Telugu. Our main partner also, ఏమా ఆ క్లయింట్ వచ్చిందా, ఫీజు వచ్చిందా, ఇన్వాయిస్ రేట్ చేసారా, ఏమి ఇది అబ్జర్వేషన్ పాయింట్స్ ఏమైంది, అవి అదేమైంది, ట్యాక్స్ పే చేసారా, సార్ they used to like they used to talk in Telugu only. We used to hear and subconsciously we learned Telugu. One day what happened, he came and sat with us. He was like, that guy used to forget ಇವನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. There are some 30 articles in the form. How will he know whether I know Kannada or Telugu? He has only 5 minutes time. He'll sit. Emi observations he used to ask. Sir, this has happened, sir, because of the blah 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 you used to tell. And he's like, ఇది అయిపోయిందా? అయిపోయింది సార్. Telugu came. Like that we also learned talking Telugu. So other problem. Or else I didn't want to learn Telugu. Because of the circumstances, I have learned Telugu. Okay. With that said, let's go to the second question. The following errors were committed by the accountant of ಏನಿದು? What ಏನಿದು? ಗೀತಿ. And tell me what if I tell you will not laugh? Tell. I'll tell that only. Something guys, some Gite Dai Chem. I think it's Chem. Dai and all they are telling, so I think it's Chem. So Gite Dai Chem. How would you rectify the following in each case? So how to rectify, we have to tell. Yo. Any errors we have. One by one, we'll start. So how to rectify the errors is the question. Now I'll tell you 3 steps. The 3 steps iradke ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 boxes ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ನೀವು. Guys, you can write it down here only. I hope you understand. Now there is 3 steps to find out the rectification. Sir, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 space ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ. This 3 space is different. What is it? Before trial balance, after trial balance, after financial statements. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So these are 3 divisions. Now how to rectify the error? This part is very important. Now come on. Start. Credit sale of rupees 400 to Trivedi and Co. was posted to the credit of their account. ಅಯ್ಯಯ್ಯೋ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಇದು, ಏನೂ ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. Guys, it is credit sale first of all. They have made some credit sales to Trivedi account. So whenever you have confusion with respect to rectification of error, you do it like this. Take the transaction. See what is the correct entry first. What should be the correct entry for the given description? They have made credit sales to Trivedi and Co. So what is the journal entry for credit sale? Correct journal entry. So Trivedi and Co. to sales 400 400 correct Eldro, don't write wait, I'll tell you correct what is the actual entry that they have passed? They have told instead of debiting Trivedi and Co, they have credited. But sales account, is it correct? Even that has become wrong. What do you think? They have told I've just posted it to the credit of Trivedi. That means only Trivedi account is wrong. The other aspect is correct because guys always keep in mind subsidiary book. Guys, whenever you are seeing rectification of entry, no, always keep subsidiary book in mind. So to Trivedi and Co, wrong posting has happened. Sales account is correct only. That is the given assumption. Guys, whenever we are doing rectification, remember it is not happening directly. It is happening through subsidiary books. And the transaction is first getting recorded in subsidiary book, then it is going to ledger. Aita. Now again agbidiದೆ. Once I record the transaction in subsidiary book, next what will I do? I will post it into ledgers. Which two ledgers? ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ತ್ರಿವೇದಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಐ ಡು? I'll post in sales ledger and all the debtors ledger. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿದೆ? They have told only wrong posting has happened in debtors ledger. That means what is the assumption you have to do? Sales ledger is proper. All of you. Now, what is the actual entry that has happened? Technically, two sales is correct only. Instead of debiting Trivedi and Co, we have credited. Therefore, entry is weirdly like this. This cannot be an entry, but mistake is ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. Now, how to rectify the entry? Rectifying entry will come in. Now, how to rectify the entry? Now, you have to see both correct entry and actual entry. And what you have to do? In the actual entry, Trivedi is credited. But technically, what should have happened? Debited. So, technically, Trivedi and Co should have been debited. So, what we'll do? We'll debit. Trivedi and Co got debit. How much amount? Wrong. It is 800. Why? It is wrongly credited by 400. First, debit 400 to bring it back to 0. Then again debit 400 to bring it back to 400 positive value. For example, say suppose you are standing at minus 400. From minus 400, you have to come to 400. So how much you should travel? 800. Correct? No, not 400. So we are at credit 400. We want debit 400. Therefore, have to travel 800. Clear? Elrigo. The amount is 800, not 400. I can have the credit balance of it. Now credit in the, we have to first come to 0. For that, debit 400. From 0 to positive debit 400, you have to again claim 400. Therefore, 400, 400, 800. 2. Guys, 2, what will you do? Do you have any other account to touch? Can you touch sales account? No. So therefore, this is a one-sided error. Correct? So can you touch suspense account here? No. Why? Because it is before trial balance. Before trial balance, I cannot touch suspense account. Therefore, what will I touch? I will nothing. Therefore, I do 2. Hey, around same. Therefore, it is 2. Wrong posting. Wrong posting. I directly put this in ledger. Wrong posting. How much? 400. Now, same error. After preparing trial balance, what will be the entry? Correct. What is it? Exactly. After trial balance, we'll have suspense account for one-sided errors. Therefore, we'll use suspense account. So the entry is Tridevi and Co. Debit 800 to suspense account. Guys, why am I using suspense account? Because of this error only, my trial balance is not tallying. Since it is not tallying, the balance I have transferred it to where? Suspense account. Now for rectification, I'm using suspense account. Simple. Now the suspense account will go away. Now is this suspense account a permanent account? Will it be there forever? No. The moment you rectify, it will go. Delete. After financial statements, what is the entry? Huh? Suspense account? ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ already. After trial balance. Suspense account ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So therefore, what will be the entry? Yeah. Why are we not using P&L adjustment?
It's not normal.
It's not nominal account. So therefore, even now the entry will be same. Tridevi and Co. Debit 800 to suspense account 800. Done now. All of you understood rectification? Next one. Purchase of 420 from Mantri and Co. Passed through sales day book as rupees 240. ಯಾವ ತರದ ಎರರ್ ಇದು? ಏನ್ ಕತೆ? ಡಬಲ್ ಸೈಡೆಡ್. ಎರರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. Then I have made a purchase. Instead of entering that in the purchase book, I have entered it where? Sales book. Correct. Now tell me, is it a single sided error or double sided error? Guys, tell me. Whenever I was recording it, technically I was supposed to record it in purchase book. By mistakenly I recorded it in. So even debtors posting will be wrong. First of all, sales posting gone. Debtors posting, that also gone, no? Because if you technically, what should have happened? Purchase, it should have come in creditors total. In purchase book is Mantri and Co there. No, even that is there in sales book only. Therefore, it is what? Therefore, it is a double-sided error. Guys, all of you understood what I'm trying to tell? Purchase book ಹಾಕೊಂಡು later ಏನಾರ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದಾಗ we can do one-sided, two-sided. But while putting it in purchase book only, instead of putting it in purchase book, I have put entire transaction in sales book. Now even your debtors also would have gone wrong. Double-sided error. ಯಾವಾಗ one-sided error ಆಗೋದು? Purchase correct ಆಗಿದೆ, creditors wrong ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅಥವಾ purchase wrong ಆಗಿದೆ, creditors correct ಆಗಿದೆ. These are the cases of one-sided error. Correct. Now here, while recording only, we had this difference. Guys, all of you understood this case, or do you want me to explain it? Explain, Very good. ನಾನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರಾಂಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಗೈಸ್, now this part I feel most of you have some doubts here. I'll cleanly explain it. Purchase book ಅಂತ ಒಂದು purchase book ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಬ್ಸಿಡರಿ ಬುಕ್. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, I purchased it from, say, Likit. What? I would have purchased from 10,000 bombs at 100 rupees each. So how much is the total? 10 lakh. Correct. A note, Papa, that guy did not give trade discount and all. Full cash settlement, credit 10 lakh. Then one more thing, I also bought from Hemchand. He also supplied me some 5,000 bombs at 100 each one. How much? Right. So this is how I'm recording. I recorded my purchase book. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Now I have to post it in the ledger. There are two ledgers. One, purchases, and there is one more ledger called as Yundu, ನಮ್ಮ ಲಿಖಿತದು, because he's a creditor, and one more ledger called as Hemchand. Now what will I do? I'll not pass journal entry. I'll directly post it to ledger. How? First, I'll take the total purchases. How much is the total purchases? 15 lakhs. So directly I'll put here to all the different creditors. 15 lakhs. Then what will I do? I'll go to the purchase book. I'll see it supplier wise. Now Likit, what is the total? 10 lakhs. So I'll go to Likit account. I'll say buy purchases 10 lakh. Then I will go to Hemchand. Then I will do it as buy purchases. Understand? Understanding how the posting is happening from subsidiary book? Correct. Now we'll come to our error. What has happened in our error? Purchase of 420 from Mantri and Co. is passed in sales book. So guys, I have purchased from Likit 10,000 bombs. I should have recorded it where? But what did I do? I went to sales book and I recorded it here. In sales book I recorded. So what did I do? I did Likit 10,000 bombs. 100 each. So how much? 10 lakh. Now I did this. Now after this, what will be the ledger posting? One thing in Likit account also, technically Likit account should have been credited. But here what happened? We debited it because it is in sales book. No. Whatever is there in sales book is what? Debtors. So two sales, I'll do 10 lakh. Then what will I do in sales account? It is purchases. But I will do what? I'll put in sales as store buy that Likit 10 lakhs. Understood, guys? Though it was purchase, did the error happen both sides? In both Likit and both sales, it happened because whenever I was recording only, I recorded it in sales book, wrong book only. Entirely, I've recorded it in wrong book. That's why it is a double-sided error because later the posting to ledger also happened wrongly in both the accounts. Atmainda. Done. Now tell me, what is the rectification entry? What is so? Whenever you have to arrive at RE, you have to put CE plus C and AE. That means what is correct entry for purchase? Correct entry is purchases to guys in your book. Whenever you are writing, alva, write down this correct account. I mean correct entry and actual entry also, like, for your reference. Now what is correct entry? Purchases to monthly. How much? 420. 420. But what have you done? You have done monthly to sales. At how much? Adaru correct amount madira illa 240. Correct. Now what will be the rectification entry? What should happen? Sales is wrongly. Sales is wrongly credited. Therefore, we will debit sales. ಏನೋ ಮಿಸ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ wait guys. Okay, come on guys, sales should be if sales is wrongly credited, therefore we debit sales. Then purchases should be actually debited, therefore purchases debit. What should we do? Debit. Sales is wrongly credited by 240. Purchases should be actually debited by 2. Which account? Hey, it is double-sided error, no? Therefore, can we touch monthly account? No? Where did I? Ishtotto I did all this explanation. ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಹೆಂಗೆ?
Just our purchase and ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು.
ಹಾ
ಆ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದು.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್
Guys, see they have used while recording only they have while passing it through only they have made the mistake. ಇಲ್ಲ guys, what assumption have book ಹಾಕುವಾಗಲೇ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. See, if they are not told pass through, then what you are telling is correct. One account is correct, the other account is wrong. But here, whenever I was recording it, do one thing. Pass through is correct only, guys. Entirely wrong. Correct. So, purchase account should be rightly debited by 420. Since it's a double-sided error, can I touch monthly and co? Yes. Therefore, to monthly and co, how much? It should be 660. This is the rectification entry. Pass through sales table. Okay, the entire transaction will be wrong in that case. Do one thing for clarity purposes also. You do one thing. Purchase of rupees 420 from Mantri and Co. Do one thing. Recorded in Aita for clarity purposes. Recorded in sales table. So what is the rectification entry? Sales debit, purchase debit, 240, 420, 2 monthly. How much? Done. Now after trial balance, will there be any suspense account? No, because it was a double-sided error. So there will be no suspense account. Therefore, this entry only will be the rectification entry even after trial balance. The same entry. Now, after financial statements, what do you think the entry will be? Same entry, yeah? Same entry. Guys, for nominal account, you are supposed to use P&L profit or loss adjustment account. Now here, which are the nominal accounts? Sales and purchases. Therefore, instead of that, you'll use P&L adjustment account. So therefore, P&L adjustment account debit 660. 2. No need to put P&L adjustment twice. Aita. Same thing. So 2. Monthly. Correct. ಅರ್ಥಾಯ್ತಾ? Guys, in the correct entry, monthly should be credited by 420. But in a rectification entry is credited by 660. Why? Wrongly debited by 240. No. In actual entry is wrongly debited by 240. Therefore, 240. Since it's wrongly debited, credit 240 to come to 0. Then further credit 420. So 240 plus 420, 660. Understood? Next entry. Ayyo. Time is almost over. A credit sale of this one entry will do it. A credit sale of goods amounting to 120 to Ramesh has been wrongly passed through purchase book. ಏನಂತೀರಿ? The credit sale which should have come in sales book has come in purchase book. Is it correct? No. So now is it a double-sided error or single-sided error? Double-sided error. Correct? Now, can you tell me the rectification entry? Can you tell me? Guys, what is the correct entry? It is a sales. So entry should have been Ramesh account. Huh? Ramesh account debit to sales. How much? 120, 120. But what is the actual entry? It has become purchase to Ramesh. 120, 120. Now rectification entry should be purchase. Tell me. Hey, no, no. Sales should be credit sale. No, it's actually credit sale. So therefore, sales account should be rightly credited. Correct. So two sales. How much? 120. But what has happened? Purchase has wrongly debited. So what you have to do? Credit it. So two purchase 120. And debit what? Can I touch Ramesh account? Yes, because it's a double-sided error. Therefore, Ramesh. How much? 240. So entry is Ramesh. Debit 240. 2. Sales 120. 2. Purchase 120. Correct? Rectification entry. Now what is after trial balance? Same. After financial statements,
Yes, account.
we cannot use for nominal accounts. We'll use P and L adjustment account. Which are the two nominal accounts? These two, sales and purchases. Therefore, Ramesh debit P and L account. Why da? Sorry. Ramesh account debit to P and L adjustment account. Why? What is your what is your question? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಪಿ ಎನ್ ಎಲ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಸೊ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ 2 ಪಿ ಎನ್ ಎಲ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ 2 ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗಾಗಲ್ವಾ guys sometimes if you are getting confused no nothing to worry sometimes I will only get confused so it is nothing wrong getting confused is normal but knowing right things conceptually is what you should focus on confusion that happens to everyone so the remaining part we'll do it tomorrow but please don't forget if you forget and all then tomorrow will not be able to do it please revise and come please ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡುವವರೆಗೂ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಕಿಚ್ಚ ಸುದೀಪ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ By the way, this was the closing this thing of Big Boss. But guys, by the way, I'm great fan of Kicha Sudeep. For those of you who don't know. Now, Papa, we have 3 minutes. Alva? We have 3 minutes. Now, we have worked hard so much. Okay? Since you have worked hard so much, and since you will revise tomorrow, today we'll sing a song. Okay? Which song would you like to hear? Kannada, English, Hindi? Kannada. Correct. I'll also like to sing Kannada. In Kannada, which song is the question? Huh? Either way, I'll sing my favorite song. ಅರ್ಧ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ So this is from Kirik Party. Exactly. ಲಿರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೋತಾ ಇದೀನಪ್ಪ ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಪ್ಪಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ನಾನೇ ಹಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ because I am a no no because beater. If I start getting beat now, I'll get confused because I'm not professional singer. I'm a bathroom singer. So whenever you're keeping expectations, your expectation should be somewhere here. And I know ground floor ಗಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ basement ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು and no expectations. Ready? Start. Silence. If sounds and all will come, no. ಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಶ್ರುತಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಗೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಇರೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. Ready guys? This is one song called ತೂಗು ಮಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತು from ಕಿರಿಕ್ ಪಾಟಿ. Okay, one of my favorite songs. Okay, ready? Mike. First time I'm getting scared. ತೂಗು ಮಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತು ಮೇಘ ಶ್ಯಾಮರಾಧೆಗಾತು ಆಡುತ್ತಿಹನು ಏನೋ ಮಾತು ರಾಧೆ ನಾಚುತ್ತಿದ್ದಳು ಸೆರಗ ಬೆರಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸುತ್ತಿ ಜಡೆಯ ತುದಿಯ ಕೆನ್ನೆಗೊತ್ತಿ ಜುಮ್ಮುಗೂಡುವ ಮುಖವನೆತ್ತಿ ಕಣ್ಣ ಮುಚ್ಚುತ್ತಿದ್ದಳು ತೂಗು ಮಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತು ಮುಖವನೆದೆಯ ನಡುವೆ ಒತ್ತಿ ತೋಳಿನಿಂದ ಕೊರಳ ಸುತ್ತಿ ತುಟಿಯು ತೀಡಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹೊತ್ತಿ ಅಮ್ಮನು ಸೀರ ಬಿಟ್ಟಳು ಸೆರಗು ಜಾರುತ್ತಿರಲು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಭಾನುಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅಧರುತ್ತಿರುವ ಅಧರಗಳಿಗೆ ಬೆಳ್ಳಿ ಹಾಲ ಪಟ್ಟಲು ತೂಗು ಮಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತು. Thank you. I hope it was good. Hello.